All right, looks like we're live. So yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Let's Try Live episode 104. So yeah, wow, going pretty fast, isn't it? You know, these weeks of the streams going by, isn't it? Yeah. So how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let's use my voice chat. So in my voice chat right now, guys, we have the Mund, Blaze, Ozzy, and I think also Carson and Shadow. Let's go and say hello to them, shall we? Hey guys.
What's up?
Hey. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Hello to Sammy in the chat. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, how's it going, guys? That's great to hear. And yeah, just wait for more people to join. Yeah, got 4 viewers right now. So whoever you are, hope you're doing well. Right now I got some chocolate to eat as well, which is definitely very nice.
That's great.
Yeah, you can't beat chocolate. And I was also unboxing today my figure of Jason from a Friday 13th remake as well, so that was definitely fun to do.
Nice.
Definitely a way better remake than whatever the hell Elm Streets was, for sure. Oh, Susie wants to say hello to us. Susie, what's the matter? Are you good to say hello already? Your stream all just started, sweetie. Oh, she's a bit loud, isn't she?
Oh, very loud.
She's that desperate to come and, you know, like, jump out of there to come here, isn't she?
Yeah, it's hard to
She's very loud, isn't she, boy?
Yeah.
She's undeniably a lot louder than Lily, I'll say that.
Oh, yes.
Aw, she's adorable.
Yep. Loud.
Yeah, very loud. Susie. Okay. Sat down there for quite a long time, guys. Yeah, she usually comes in to sit down, yeah. Yeah, it's indeed like a siren, yes. Miss Susie could be a voice actress for the police sirens in the future. Yeah. Hey, filming, Ultimate Grave Taker, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Want to go, Susie? I said yes. And away she goes. Hey, Darth Prime, what's up? Hope you're doing well.
So yeah, I started Uncharted 4 today, and I'm already halfway through.
Yeah, I got up to chapter 10 last time I played it, but yeah, PS4 was being a bit of a pain, corruption and all that.
And so far, the game is phenomenal.
It is, yeah. So far, I'm loving it as well. Graphics are incredible for its time.
It's so great.
My favorite out of the first 3 games of the Nathan Drake collection, probably the second game.
I'm just playing NKX right now.
That's cool, Blaze. Are you playing as?
Sector this time.
Nice one.
Yeah, out of the trilogy, I would say the third one's my favorite.
Yeah, not a bad choice. It was great.
Because that is the closest thing we'll ever get to Ninja Jones game.
And of course, the second game has, of course, we'll get to an Indiana Jones villain being in the game too.
Oh, yeah.
Alexander's here. Greetings, Alexander.
Hello.
Yeah, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Alexander. Hello.
Yeah, hope everything's well. Yeah, I'll be reviewing the Uncharted games in like a ranking video when I've played all of them. You know, I'm hoping that, you know, I'll be able to finish, you know, A Thieves End hopefully one day, and then I'll play Lost Legacy as well. That'll be great, won't it? Oh, hey Joseph. Hey Joseph, what's up? Hope you're doing well.
Oh, hey Joseph.
Oh yeah, I also as well unboxed my figure of Pattinson as well this week. You know, Robert Pattinson as Batman. Really cool
I think
figure, in
so.
my opinion. Really cool. And of course, I also as well unboxed my figure of Black Adam without his hood on this time. Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
Mine came with lightning.
Mine came with a throne for some reason, no lightning at all, which is peculiar. And in addition as well, guys, I also unboxed another one of my favourite horror protagonists of all time, which is MacReady from The Thing. And in case you guys are wondering, that's also my favourite wall of Kurt Russell as well. Yeah, because he made MacReady into such a likeable protagonist, you know, great character.
And he's a badass.
Yeah, you goddamn right, Shadow.
Sector here.
Oh, nice one, Blaze. That's really cool, that.
I was fighting Fred Tatashaw.
Oh, yeah, really, Blaze. Is
Yeah, Trevor.
he voices Tremor, does he?
Fucking rock upon the great.
I think Lily wants to come and say hello too, guys. Lily's coming. Goodness me. Looks like today I'm surrounded by cats.
They have both your cats in one stream, huh?
Yeah, I'm surrounded by cats these days, guys. Come on, Lily. Come on, sweetie.
Look at this candle.
And here's my little princess, guys, Lily. Here she is.
She's so cute.
Yeah, she's my favourite cat of all time. Always will be.
Wait, I think you saw this mentality, didn't you? Ready? I
Mm.
think so.
Is it one that you shared, Blaze, to us?
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, I already saw it. So much. Currently, right now, I'm playing Happy Wheels.
Take care, sweetie.
Oh, wait, what now?
I'm playing Happy Wheels right now.
Happy Wheels? What is that supposed to be?
Basically, a game where you have to go through obstacles without dying, basically.
Oh, wow.
It can sometimes also be very funny.
PewDiePie played it. Most of Toby Games playing it.
Yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun playing that game when I was younger.
Yeah. So unfortunately, guys, as much as I love PlayStation 4, it might be my favourite console of all time, but corruption is unfortunately the one my bad quality I'm going to have to add to it.
Oh.
Yeah, which really sucks. I don't know why that is at all. I think it's because my internal HDD system is broken, I guess, at, you know, rendering games. Because, like, I tried to load Chapter 10 of Uncharted 4, you know, where you're driving a car, I think it is or something, last time I checked, and it just wouldn't do it. They said, you know, unable to start application, it's corrupted. So I decided to reinstall it to my external one, which I got from Amazon this week.
So far, no corruption?
Well, I hope not, Blaze, because tomorrow I'll be testing it out.
Oh, nice.
Well, maybe you should see if you can get the PS4 repaired.
Maybe I should. And I'll also as well be testing out Ghost of Tsushima because I installed that to the HDD as well this week.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna be playing that once I finished the Arkham games.
So you're playing those after Uncharted, are you, Shadow?
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. It's kind of like a marathon, really, for me, because I'm doing Uncharted games, but then I'm moving on to Ghost of Tsushima afterwards. I want to make sure I complete Uncharted first, really. And also because I've already added the video of ranking to the schedule ready to be filmed. So, yeah, it's on the schedule for going to be out in April, guys. So, you know, I've got to work around that by playing it as much as I can, answer.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, Ghost of Tsushima is the true winner of the 2020 Game Awards.
Yeah.
Not that god-awful Last of Us.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't believe it won the award. It didn't deserve it because it's one of the worst games of all time.
Somehow it won every single award.
Mm.
Doesn't that seem strange? Like, doesn't that seem strange to anyone?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, which movie won every award? Could you
It's a
tell?
game, Alexander. It's a game. You won't be aware of it. It's The Last of Us Part 2 that won it.
I can just tell you, it's a universally hated game.
Pretty
Well,
much,
I've
yeah.
heard about it. I've heard about it, and nothing but I've heard nothing but bad news actually about it.
Yes.
And somehow it won every single award.
Definitely not deserved at all.
Yeah, it doesn't deserve it.
For like big gameplay and graphics, basically.
Yeah, pretty
I guess so, because unfortunately, you know, it does have very realistic graphics, I guess.
Even though the actual story is terrible.
The story is awful. It's probably the worst one of the worst video game stories I've ever seen. It's awful. It's a big disgrace to a masterpiece first game.
And I think the game died immediately when Joel left.
You couldn't be any more right, Shadow.
All in one with that one.
I mean, if I was playing the game, guys, which I never am going to, I'd have probably stopped playing it and sold it if, you know, I got to be where Joel died.
And also, what's also weird, you get to play as Joel's killer, which
I don't want to do that. Unacceptable. Totally unacceptable right there. Out of order. Ridiculous.
Wait, what did I miss?
no, we were just ranting a bit about Last of Us 2.
Blaze,
Oh, yeah, I think this has to hate.
Blaze, we were ranting about how you play as Joel's killer after he gets killed.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah, and Blaze, you told me that apparently Ellie's made unlikable in the sequel.
Yeah, she is.
That sucks, because she's probably my favorite female game protagonist of all time, guys.
I mean, when she fucking forgives the killer, the person that killed her, like, sole father figure.
I think her name was Abby.
Abby. It's Abby, yes, and
She sucks.
and unfortunately, guys, as well, Laura Bailey, who plays Abby by voice and motion capture, got death threats, and she didn't deserve that at all, because she's just doing
Yeah,
her
she
job.
doesn't.
She's doing her job.
Exactly.
She didn't even do the mocap. That was a misconception.
Well, that's weird, Carson, because from what I've been reading, it was all motion capture.
Yeah, but they did that. You know, the infamous scene in particular that we're all thinking about. That was not her.
Oh, really? Was it a stand-in?
I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been.
Well, there you go. She wasn't involved, guys, was she? Apart from her voice, of course. Unless they got a sounder like it sounds exactly like her.
No, it's definitely Laura Bailey.
So, yeah. And also, guys, I would have also been playing Ghost Recon Wildlands, but I ended up with a bit of a problem, because when I opened up the box to put the disc in, I discovered that it requires 2 discs to install to Xbox, right? And one of them wasn't there, so I'm going to have to sell it back to where I got it from and get a new copy.
Wait, it wasn't there as in it wasn't provided and it was meant to be? Or
Yes,
it was
Alexander,
like,
there was supposed to be 2 discs for installation, right? Because of the space required for it, storage, and one of the discs was not there.
Oh no.
you should like complain to
I'm going to bring it to my store on Friday where I got it from and say to them, you know, like, I got this game, I paid for it, and only one of the discs came, so yeah. Which is very unfortunate.
That was definitely very weird.
Oh yeah, I remember on the 360 game that happened to me.
Oh, really, Blaze? What game were you playing? Was it one of the Ghost Recon games?
Yeah, I don't think. Wait, no, it wasn't. It was. I think GTA 5. It didn't come with the installation disc.
Yeah, because wasn't that one of those first games to have 2 discs for installation, guys? GTA 5, because how big it was on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Kind of why I prefer the PS3 version of GTA 5 when it comes to that.
It came on a single disc.
I suppose that's handy for PS3, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We didn't need to install anything. We just bought the game and then we played it.
except I got that before I even got a PS4 back 2016.
It would be like killing Logan with an adamantium club in front of Laura. Well, you're definitely not wrong there, Darth Prime. I mean, it's a pretty cool coincidence that you mentioned Logan and Laura, because in my opinion, Hugh Jackman would have been a perfect cast Joel in live action.
Yeah, he would be.
If you want to know,
Yeah.
if you want evidence of why I think that, then I'd recommend you to watch Prisoners, which he's in, because he's so good in that movie, and he looks a lot like Joel in live action, in my opinion, in that movie.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
Jay even said as well that it was that film that convinced him that Hugh Jackman would be a perfect choice for a role.
But no, they went with Pedro Pascal.
Who, in my opinion, does not look anything like Joel at all.
Only you can fight in Year on MK.
Who are you fighting? Raiden.
Raiden.
Yeah, that's who I voice for you, isn't it, Blaze? Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took out like his funny electric noise in 11. I hate it so much. It's not rated without them.
Yeah, well, Carson, I think Mortal Kombat 11 is an example of an overhyped game, really. Bit of a letdown, to be honest.
Absolutely.
It's Injustice 2 reskinned.
Injustice 2, though, in my opinion, was much better than MK11.
Yeah.
Because Blaze, when you look at the gameplay for Sub-Zero and Raiden in that compared to MK11, you can see them much more faster, aren't they?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Saying so a third of full package comes with an install disc, Joseph. Oh, right. Okay. Was that for 7th generation like PS3 or 360, or was that for PS4 Xbox One, Joseph? I mean, I have no idea because I didn't have it on 360, and when I got it from Xbox One, I got it digitally, so yeah. I miss the days of Xbox 360, guys. Which is why I'm thankful for it.
Thankfully,
Yeah, I'm thankful for Xbox One having backwards.
does it.
Yeah, I'm thankful for Xbox One having backwards compatibility. Because honestly, guys, right, apart from the exclusives to Xbox like Halo and Gears of War and whatever, my favorite thing about Xbox is backwards compatibility.
Same here.
Yeah, Microsoft's been like the best with the backwards compatibility thing ever since the beginning, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame they ended it in 2021.
Yeah, big shame because there's some 360 games which unfortunately didn't get ported to Xbox One for backwards compatibility, which is a shame.
Yeah.
One that I'd like to see, one that I wish got ported was probably the Riddick game. Because that game looked so good for its time in 2004. So I wish it got ported to Xbox One for backwards compatibility. They could even remake it for all I know too. We did it with Destroy All Humans, and they nailed it in my opinion with the first game that I played digitally.
Destroy the Humans.
Yeah. Pretty good game, yeah. Funny as well.
I like the jokes in the game a lot.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, Blaze? Yeah, really funny.
Yeah.
And so you still be 60, Joseph. Nice. Unfortunately, mine got sold back in when I got my Xbox One. We unfortunately sold it for some reason. Had I known that there was some games on there which can't be on Xbox One, I'd have kept it. Another example of a game which unfortunately didn't get ported was probably Spider-Man 3's game for Xbox 360 and PS3.
Hey,
Yeah, Blaze, what's up?
have you seen his brutality yet? Ready?
Wait, is it one where you fire a missile like when it explodes?
No.
Oh, that one I'm not seeing by where you throw the head at him.
Yeah, and then you kill all the body.
Wow, that's pretty brutal. So far, Blaze, I've only done one brutality where you fire a rocket at your opponent and they blow up after a few seconds of it being stuck to him.
Oh yeah, I did that multiple times.
Yeah. Like, Mortal Kombat X to me always will be my favourite Mortal Kombat game of all time. It's just absolutely awesome.
It doesn't even deserve the hate it got.
No, because it's my favourite. I love it.
I wasn't even aware the game got hate until now.
Me neither. I thought it had good reviews. I mean, yeah, disappointing that it got hate because in my opinion it doesn't deserve it.
It's because of the meter burn system, that's why.
Wait a second, what game we were talking about?
Mortal Kombat X.
Oh, Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah. In my opinion, it's the best Mortal Kombat game. So yeah. But one day, guys, I will hopefully get a PS3, and it means I can play, like older generation games which didn't get ported to PS4 or Xbox One. Yeah, can play those, can't I?
Like Cooper.
Yeah, sure. And of course, the older games of Infamous, the first two of them, and also as well, God of War Ascension, Ascension, because unfortunately that game did not get ported to all other consoles. It's for PS3 only, isn't it, Blaze?
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to PS3 games, I'm mostly excited to play. That would be actually be a Portal games.
Portal, yeah. That'd be pretty good idea, yeah. I'm familiar with that
Yeah.
franchise because it appeared in Lego Dimensions as one of the worlds to explore, which is pretty awesome.
I'm also remember because my brother was obsessed with that game on the 360.
Yeah, and what's cool about Lego Dimensions, guys, is if they got the cast of those games back for Lego Dimensions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And also, guys, Portal is also made by the same company who made Left 4 Dead as well, Valve. So yeah, and Half-Life, they made, Half-Life and Left 4 Dead too.
And we're still waiting for Team Fortress 3, Half-Life 3, Portal 3, and all 3. But we know that Valve cannot count to 3, unfortunately.
What a shame. I might try and get Team Fortress and, Half-Life and Portal eventually one day.
You need to get Team Fortress. It's free to play. It's so much fun.
I'll see if I can, Carson.
It's a lifestyle.
I'm not sure we need a Team Fortress 3 or not. Because I thought the second game was fine on its fine.
Yeah, just joking.
Yeah. So we probably won't do a third game then, I guess, but then do a second game. George, I've got Saints Row 2 on my Xbox One backwards compatible, and I finished it last year. It's my favourite Saints Row game of all time. What, Blaze?
Saints for the Fun.
No, I said Saints Row 2, Blaze. I got it last year backwards compatible, and I finished it.
2 is the best one, yes.
I never finished 2.
Mm.
Well, not yet, at least.
I unfortunately rage quit the first game because it just got really frustrating in one of the missions because the AI was pretty bad.
It was the third Saints Row game on the Switch.
The third one?
Yeah, it's on the Switch.
That's unfortunately my least favourite, Aussie. And yeah, if you've played the game Storm Mode, Aussie, you might probably know why.
Didn't you say a character gets killed off?
Well, apparently so, yes. The game makes out that he got killed, but he thankfully returns in the fourth game.
Oh.
I mean, have you done the Storm Mode, completed it, Aussie?
Nope, I only played through the first mission and that was it.
Okay, well, I won't say any more then. So I tried for the first game, guys. I got most of it done, but there was like a mission involving like an airport or something, and I ended up rage quitting and like I didn't want to play anymore. And yeah, but nonetheless, though, the sequel Saints Row 2, in my opinion, is much better. The gameplay is quite similar to the first game, but improved, in my opinion, a lot. And it holds up pretty well too. That's why it's so much fun playing it in 2021. Yeah, many years after it first came out. And I think Saints Row 4 is probably the closest we'll get to like a full-on like Matrix Xbox One and PS4 game, to be honest. Out of what I've played, anyway. Because it does like a new direction, guys, for a franchise in which basically aliens kidnap humans of Earth and they put them in like a simulation world like a Matrix. But the power's thankfully different to a Matrix's powers, thankfully. So it's not a total rehash, is it, thankfully?
Yeah.
And you know how I said earlier, guys, that McCready from The Thing is my favourite role of Kurt Russell? Well, sometimes I think an actor can be much better in another role than the MCU role, to be honest. Lots of actors, in my opinion, could fit that idea.
Yeah.
For example, Tom Holland, my favourite role of his is not Spider-Man, it's actually his character in my Netflix film called Devil All the Time.
Yeah, the same here.
Because I thought his performance in that dramatic role was really good. Like, did Carson leave?
Yeah, he did.
Alright, must be busy.
Yeah, and of course I recommended you that movie.
Yeah, you did on one of my streaming Shadow. Yeah, you told me you thought it was the best performance. I watched it and I believed you. Yeah, I didn't doubt you for 1 second, and you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and another example is Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, yeah, because my favorite role of his is Smog.
Mhm.
And I guess Mark Ruffalo.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he's much better in other things than Hulk, to be honest, and Bruce Banner. Like, I would have told you guys my favorite role of his is in that Scorsese, a film called Shutter Island. And I think Don G. Corleone mentioned to us that he likes Mark Ruffalo more in a comedy film called 13 Going on 30. And yeah, I can definitely see why, because I like him more in that than as Hulk, to be honest.
Yeah, his Hulk is just a joke now.
Sadly so, that's why I prefer Ed Norton's version. As far as I'm concerned, despite being in one film, Ed Norton is the true portrayal of Hulk in live action for the MCU. But obviously, for all guys, my favourite Hulk of all time is Fred Tatasciore.
Always.
Yeah.
Was Fred.
Always will be the Hulk as far as I'm concerned. No one can do all the shouting and the screams and all the iconic catchphrases like Fred, in my opinion. So yeah, my favourite Transformers show, the G1 show, the GOAT, in my opinion, the greatest of all time, the Transformers G1. Watching when I was a kid, great memories. Who else is better in other roles than me on the MCU, guys? Who else?
Didn't you say Chris Pratt?
Yeah, well, my favourite role of his now, Shadow, of course, is the Eternal List because, yeah, his character in that, of course, you know, he defied Walk, didn't he? He went against Walk, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And another example is Taika Waititi as well.
So, you like him in other roles besides Korg, do you, Shadow?
Yeah, my favorite role is actually in Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't that like a Nazi comedy movie?
He actually plays a goofy version of Hitler.
Oh God, well, because I despise the Nazis, guys, I'm not sure if I want to watch that or not, mate. I'll probably watch it one day.
You mock the Nazis here.
Well, if you make fun of them, that'll be satisfying, I guess.
I guess Anthony Hopkins, because did you say his favorite role was in Silence of the Lambs?
Well, my favorite role is Hannibal Lecter. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's lots of roles Anthony Hopkins has played, which in my opinion is better acted than Odin, in my opinion. And also Tessa Thompson, I like her much better in the Creed films over this. Over of course Valkyrie. In my opinion, Valkyrie's annoying.
Yeah, my favorite role of hers is in Westworld.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a HBO show that unfortunately got cancelled recently, Shadow?
Yeah, it was.
Well, that sucks, doesn't it? I'll see if I can try and binge watch it one day if it comes onto streaming here one day, hopefully.
But you might like that Anthony Hopkins is in season 1.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Isn't James Marsden in it as well, Shadow?
Yeah, he is.
That's great. I'll see if I can watch it for him too. Right now, guys, I'm watching an Amazon Prime show called The Devil's Hour, which is a new show that came out last year, which stars Peter Capaldi. I'm watching it for him. So far, it's pretty good and pretty intense, I'll say that, yeah. It's about, like, you know, bad dreams or whatever. It's pretty good, actually, and pretty scary. And also, who else? Wait, what did you say, Ozzy?
Natalie Portman.
Well, yeah, Padme's my favourite wall of her.
And, Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac, yeah. Well, my favorite wall of his, of course, is Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse. Ironically, a Marvel movie as well, but it's not an MCU film, thankfully. And plus, and in my opinion, guys, I think he's better, of course, as well in other things. You know, I've seen clips of him as Moon Knight because Blaze sent me someone he was watching it, but I think he's much better in other things than as Moon Knight, to be honest. And Shadow, you told me that apparently his costume scenes were unfortunately barely in the show, sadly.
Yeah, it only was like he only wore it for like 10 to 15 minutes.
In the entire show?
Yeah, I agree with that. He doesn't wear it too much.
Well, that's ridiculous. Unacceptable for a Moon Knight show.
That literally kind of beats the purpose of the show.
Well, thank goodness I didn't see it. And I watched Az's reviews, and guys, he actually stopped watching it after like the 3rd episode.
Really?
Yeah, he stopped watching it, Blaze. I mean, I assume something bad happened, maybe, but you know, I don't want to find out. But yeah,
Well, he saved himself from a lot of pain.
Oh, does it get worse, Shadow?
Disappointing. The show was very disappointing.
Oh dear, that sucks. And player, I obviously prefer Resident Evil in the video games, not the movies. The movies, in my opinion, are awful.
So,
Yeah, they suck. The only one that I can cite is probably the original one from 2002, and that's it. The true Resident Evil movie, in my opinion, is Damnation, the CGI one. So, also, when it comes to Tessa Thompson, guys, she's also in it for on Netflix with Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac called Annihilation. I think she's better than that than she is as Valkyrie as well.
Yeah, but I would say that's my second favorite role.
So you've seen it too, have you, Shadow? Nice one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Nice one. Speaking of Netflix, guys, there's also a film starring Christian Bale that dropped as well, which I'm definitely going to watch. Yeah, that'll be exciting.
What's that movie called? The Pale Blue Eye.
Think so, yeah, from what I can recall, seeing it drop on the new editions.
That does look interesting.
Yeah, and Ozzy, as someone who had a very unfortunate experience of watching Walk and Blunder, do you sadly consider Gore to be Christian Bale's worst role you've seen?
I'm gonna say weakest role because he's literally the only actor in the movie that was actually trying.
Really? And didn't you say he was unfortunately barely in it?
Yeah, he was barely in the movie.
Yeah, because Az did a review for it, and he was saying that Gore barely appeared as well. Yeah, so that really sucks. Only a few scenes.
Yeah, it seriously felt like Christian Bale was the only one that was trying.
No one else did.
Yeah, because everybody just was written to be so stupid.
Well, that sucks.
And obviously, Mighty Thor too woke.
Yeah.
Like, I seriously think that is the most wokest thing I have ever seen ever since Disney Wars.
Wow. Well, thank goodness I didn't see it. And would you say as well that Ozzy, that the script was also absolutely atrocious to listen to when you watched it?
It was horrendous.
Yeah, because like some people shared leaks of it on Twitter from their watching it at cinema, and like I'm thinking, what the hell is this script?
They literally made Thanos into a complete joke in that movie.
Oh my god, what do we do? What do we say about Thanos, Ozzy?
I already mentioned this. They branded the Infinity Gauntlet to say Infinity Cones, basically ice cream.
Oh my
And,
god.
And that joke, that is literally the same as the 9/11 joke. If you think about it,
It's pathetic.
it's pretty much the same.
You're making fun of like a tragedy, aren't you, by doing that? Making fun of the Infinity Gauntlet. Ah, Daniel's joined us.
Hey, Daniel.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Sun's out right now, and I can't really see anything, but hey guys, what's going?
Going pretty well, yeah. Are you out on a bike, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm on my way to get lunch over at a place called Steel Crafts.
Nice one, yeah. Looks like a lovely day where you're riding.
Yeah, sun's still out. I guess most of you guys it's nighttime.
It is for me, yeah. It went dark a few hours ago.
Yeah, it's nighttime for me too.
Yeah.
Hey, we're still live, right?
Yeah, we're live right now. Yeah, we started like half an hour ago.
Alright, I promise you I'm not gonna say any bad words. We'll keep it real clean.
Alright. Looks like it's daytime for Ozzy as well.
I'm playing Super Smash Brothers right now.
Oh wow, is that an old console, Ozzy?
Yeah, my favorite one, Smash Brothers Brawl on the Wii.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, I connected my GameCube controller to it, so I have better controls.
Nice one. And as well, guys, you know how I was complaining earlier about my PS4 suffering from corruption? Because I unfortunately get really stressed out when that happens, I've decided to play my PS4 in like shorter doses than usual, and instead just do larger gameplay on Xbox instead these days. Because I think it's better for my health if I keep myself calm, really.
Yeah.
Because whenever bad things happen to my games, I always tend to rage a lot, to be honest.
I get very stressed out when it happens.
Yeah, I can feel your pain, Ozzy. And also as well, guys, are you guys aware that the banning system on Xbox is actually pretty ridiculous and stupid?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
okay, so if you guys misbehave when you're playing on like online on Xbox Live, right, you get suspended for like about 2 weeks. But right, if you do it again, you get like a life ban. But the thing is, they word it in a very weird and ridiculous way. Don't know why.
Why?
They say that you are permanently you're like banned from Xbox Live until December the 31st, 9,999.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense because we're not even going to be alive by then.
Unless we somehow able to take, unless we somehow find a DeLorean and build a time machine out of it and then go to that year.
What, go back to the future? Okay, but still, like, why not just have text here that you've been permanently suspended? Simple.
But even then, is anybody in Microsoft going to remember that?
Probably not. No, yeah. I mean, I've seen people's reactions to it on YouTube. It's pretty funny seeing them rage, but at the same time, I feel sorry for them.
Yeah, that's why I barely play Xbox Online nowadays.
Yeah, I like to just do single player these days, guys, because I'm scared of that happening.
I mean, I'm not even a fan of the multiplayer, to be honest.
Yeah, I just like to go on my own, really, if I'm to be honest.
Actually, I actually canceled my Xbox subscription a while ago.
Really, Ozzy, so you just play games on your own, do you?
Yep. Plus, I want to save money.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
And I don't like joining Xbox parties with my friends anymore because, oh my god, the arguments are so awkward to listen to.
Let me guess, do they argue about, like things, that you retired from, like franchise or whatever?
Yep, like I remember they argue about online games like playing Overwatch. They argue about sports that are happening that I don't care for. And the worst part they argue about is politics.
Yeah.
God.
Hey
Well-
guys, I need your help for a second.
Yeah, what's up, Daniel?
Okay, so see that right there? That's the Angry Belly. This is where they sell the hamburgers, the potato chips, the fries, everything.
Mm.
Right here, you got the beer section. Right here, you got all the Mexican dishes for all of us Latino buddies. Right here, you got the pizza place.
Oh, nice.
Over on the corner is the ice cream shop. And this right here is the Waffle Love, which means if you love chicken and waffles, that's the place where you want to go.
That sounds
So,
pretty nice, yeah.
I need your guys' help onto whether or not I should order chicken and waffles or a nice juicy cheeseburger, because I'm not really in a pizza mood right now.
Well, that's tough, really. I mean, I'd say cheeseburgers. I actually had a cheeseburger today for my lunch.
All right. Thank you, Luke. That's what I'm going to go for.
Oh, nice one.
All right.
Hmm.
Actually, it's the shortest line out of the entire one, so that's nice.
Brilliant.
That's definitely lucky.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go order my food, and once I get it, I'll come back to the Discord so I can show you guys, okay?
All right, nice one, Daniel. Brilliant. Hope you enjoy it.
Sure thing. I'll see you guys in just a tiny bit.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Yeah, rest in peace, Earl Bowen. I was really sad that he died. Worst animated film that I've seen, Surf's Up 2. It was garbage.
For me, it will always be the crap emoji movie.
Well, thankfully, I refused to watch the Emoji Movie. Oh, Don's here. Hey, Don, what's up? Hey, hope you're doing well, man.
I am.
Yeah, how's your week been since we last streamed?
Good.
Yeah, I saw you review earlier for that new film called Megan, Don, as well. Yeah, and you said the trailers were better than the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'll see if I can watch it on streaming and see what I think of it. But yeah, based on what you've said, it doesn't look like a film that's going to interest me enough to go to the cinema to watch it. So yeah. Yeah. Rex, I'm not interested in Hogwarts Legacy. Nah, I'm not interested, to be honest. I kind of play if I wanted to. It's on the next console, isn't it?
Actually, not.
Really,
It's
Ozzy?
coming on PS4.
Is it now? Well, not interested anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it to support J.K. Rowling.
I mean, I'm not really interested because I saw the gameplay. It doesn't look like my thing, really, guys. I mean, if it's like an offer for it, I probably will consider it. But right now, nah, just not interested.
That's perfectly fine.
Norman North 7th anniversary. Well, I heard that film was panned on release, so I'm not interested in watching it anytime soon, unless I'm going to rant about it one day.
That would be funny.
Oh, I forgot that movie happened.
I mean, have you even seen it, Ozzy?
I don't think so, but I remember one of my friends saw it.
And what did your friend think of it?
He raged.
Oh wow, it must be really bad then. Which is unfortunate because I heard that Rob Schneider's in it as a main character, and also that Bill Nighy's in it as well, sadly.
Oh, they waste their times.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And Don, in case you're wondering, earlier I showed that I unboxed my figure of McCready from the Thing movie.
Nice.
And in case you're wondering, that's also my favourite wall of Kurt Russell as well. I mean, have you got a favourite wall of Kurt Russell, Dom?
The Thing.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, same as me and Shadow, yeah. In addition as well, Don, I also unboxed my figure of Jason from the Friday 13th remake as well.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good figure in my opinion. Apart from a long hair, though, which is out of place for Jason, and in my opinion, it looks pretty good nonetheless. Anyway, guys, so now that we've got a decent amount of people here, I might as well show you guys what I've got this week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, guys, from Amazon, I only got like a HDD for storage on my PS4 to download games to. So that's something I got from Amazon. It's like plugged in right now over there. But I went to Kex on Thursday and I got several things from there. One of them is a steelbook for a film by Neil Blomkamp, which of course is which I upgraded, which is Elysium. I got a steelbook.
Yeah, that movie is okay.
Yeah, it is. In my opinion, was the best part of it. Although, in my opinion, Blomkamp's best film always will be District 9, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh yes, it's hard.
It's a massive shame that film's not got a sequel yet.
It should get a sequel.
Yeah.
Come on, Hollywood. Where's the sequel?
They can't just, not do a sequel after we settle one at the end.
Hollywood, just give us sequels that we actually want and don't make cash grabs.
Exactly, yeah. That's what
Garbage.
Yeah, exactly. That's all we gotta do, guys. It's that simple. We just won't do it.
And Hollywood keeps wondering why anime is doing so well.
Then guys, I got like Xbox games as well from Kex, and one of it is for like a Gears of War spin-off called Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, I got this because I wanted to play all the Gears of War games. Then I also as well got an Xbox 360.
Sorry,
Dead.
what did I miss?
Don, I was just saying that I got Gears of War Judgment for Xbox 360. Gears of War Judgment.
Nice.
Yeah. Did you see if I got to your book of Elysium earlier as well?
Steelbook of what?
Elysium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The film which is okay in my opinion. Matt Damon to me is the best part of it, and but as I said earlier, Blomkamp's best film always will be District 9 to me.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as I said earlier, it's also a big shame that film did not get a sequel. Because like I said, no, District 9. It's a shame it didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, it deserved one more than Avatar.
Yeah, and based on what you said in your review, on apparently the sequel's worse than the previous movie.
It is.
Does not surprise me. Does not surprise me in the slightest.
Just as overrated as the first film.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly what we.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all predicted that would happen.
Yeah, we predicted correctly. And then, guys, I also as well got Dead Space 3 on Xbox 360 to complete my ordering of the Dead Space trilogy. Yeah. Then I also as well got another game, and this is a backwards compatible game which players told me about, guys. And I'll give you guys a clue by singing the theme song of the franchise. Okay, here we go. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, specifically, guys, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I played this game a long time ago, guys. It's time to relive some happy memories. So yeah, I will try and get the older games too eventually, guys. I hope to, if they are become available one day. I really hope so. Then, guys, I also got another game in the Far Cry series for Xbox One. And now, I know this game didn't have very good reviews when it was, when it came out, but I'm going to play it, see what I think of it. I mean, some people have said it's good, and it looks decent from the gameplay I've seen of it. And, yeah, which is, of course, Far Cry 5. And yeah. And also, guys, I can also take comfort in knowing that if I don't like it, I can always sell it, can't I?
Yeah.
Then also as well, guys, I picked up the 2 games of Titanfall on Xbox One. I believe this was like an Xbox launch, the first game, so I'm thinking, you know what? Let's give it a try, shall we?
I had that on 360 a while ago.
And how was it when you played it, Ozzy?
Barely remember it.
Oh, wow.
I know my brother played it until we sold it a few.
So it was an Xbox
20 years
360.
ago.
So it was on 360 before, but it got remastered for Xbox One as part of its launch, did it?
I guess so.
I
We
see.
sold the game a while ago.
Yeah, because there's like an advert, that played here for me where I live in the UK, showing the launches for Xbox One when it first came out. One of them was Titanfall, so I'm thinking must have got remastered then. Then, guys, I also got a film on Blu-ray, which I got, and I think it was definitely good to buy this in this week after I heard about Jeremy Renner's accident, and thankfully he appears to be doing well. Oh, and which of course is my third favorite role of his behind Hawkeye and William for Mission Impossible, which is The Hurt Locker, which is also my favorite movie directed by Catherine Bigelow as well, who also directed Point Break and Detroit as well, which I've seen.
Yeah, I think at some point this year I might try to finally check out Princess Bride after a certain actor has earned my respects.
Oh yeah, what? Which actress was this? Donnie, you in respect for?
It's very old.
Very always.
Oh yeah, wasn't that when you shared it saying she'd earned your respect?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Carrie Elvis is a guy, not a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the jury guy from Liar Liar, in case.
And
him.
He is.
Okay.
And he was also in Stranger Things season 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, as the mayor that just basically is just a punching bag and.
And then,
Yeah,
guys,
also
that's
in
not
that-
all. Yeah, that's not all, because I then got a poster, and this poster, guys, is for a movie which it is by a director who I lost respect for, but this is my favorite movie that is by him, and it's also a poster for my favorite action movie of all time as well, which of course is a poster of T2.
Oh,
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah, it's nothing
Oh,
personal. Nothing personal.
Regardless.
Says it there, yeah. Yeah, it is, in my opinion, Cameron's best movie, in my opinion. When we'll ever go back to making films as great as this? I don't know when at all.
No, but apparently with this third Avatar film, he wants to explore the opposite bad side of Na'vi. Haven't we already seen that in the first 2 films? They're
Well-
never good.
Well, in the first film, Don, in my opinion, they are the villains, as far as I'm concerned.
We've already seen them bad from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this
yeah, because in my opinion, guys, the only character that is likable in the first film for me is Colonel Quaritch, and that's it for me.
Yeah, and somehow he gets bought back for no reason.
Which makes his defeat
see,
absolutely pointless. They did a Palpatine move on him.
Pretend this is us and this is a Navi.
Oh, what are you gonna do, Ozzy?
Look,
Yeah.
just look at this photo. Look at this frame I paused at.
Oh, nice one. Thank you, Ozzy. Nice
Pretend
one.
that's a Navi because it's blue. Kirby's blue in this one.
Good one. Then, guys, today I went to the local town of Ashton to get some stuff. So, I see Daniel Battle was excellent.
Hey guys, did I miss anything?
Right now, Daniel, I'm just showing what I got this week, from stores.
That's nice. You guys want to see my burger I got?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so this is called the Jazz Burger is the cheapest one that they got, but cheap doesn't necessarily mean bad. There it is right there. Let me see if I can get a better view of it. All right, so what you have here is American cheese, lettuce, and onions, tomato, pickles, wrapped up in some of these deep dish pies, and some diet black cherry soda from Dr. Brown's.
That was really nice.
Man, I don't think you've ever had Dr. Brown's. Have you, Luke?
I don't think so. No, not seen it.
It's a shame because it's a really nice soda.
Yeah, well, is that cherry flavored?
It is cherry flavored.
Well, unfortunately, I don't like cherry, so yeah. If you do different flavors, I'll probably try those instead.
Would you at all be interested in strawberry?
Yeah, strawberry is my favorite fruit of all time, Daniel.
All right, definitely look into some strawberry then.
Yeah. And
My fruit is apple.
then,
Yeah,
guys,
fruits. Yeah, but
yeah.
apple is also my favorite fruit.
Then, guys, I got some other Xbox games from the Kex in Ashton today. Now, 3 of them is like a trilogy for like a horror game, Xbox 360, right? But Blaze also recommended to me, which is, of course, the 3 games of a franchise called Fear. And they look pretty spooky based on the covers.
Yep. Cool.
Then for Xbox One, I got a game in the Halo series, which is unfortunately not part of the Master Chief Collection, which is Halo Wars 2. And then as well, I got another Xbox 360 backwards compatible game, which is part of my favorite video game franchise of all time. And this was released as 2 stories, which were like an expansion to my favorite game of all time, which of course is GTA Episodes on Liberty City.
I have the Liberty City stories on my PS Vita.
This is episodes on Liberty City. Obviously, it's not Liberty Stories.
Oh.
This is an expansion to GTA 4, Ozzy. Like, it has 2 games called The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony. And personally, guys, I like Ballad of Gay Tony more than Lost and Damned when it comes to the expansions. And then, guys, last but not least, I then picked up a steelbook for a movie from Kex today, which is for one of my favorite movies of all time by Christopher Nolan, actually. And I thought I'd especially get this as a steelbook due to, of course, his upcoming movie coming out, which is Oppenheimer. And in support of that, I was able to pick up, of course, Tenet as a steelbook.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so on the front side, you got pretty cool cover here, the characters. Looks like they're repelling. Got like ropes in my hand or something, and yeah, looks pretty cool. And on the back, you've got a character who is not only as the protagonist, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is probably the most confusing movie I've seen.
Yeah, I can see why. It takes a few rewatches to understand what's going on, yeah. And then, guys, I got 2 figures today from the local action figure store. One of them is for my favourite live-action portrayal of one of my favourite DC superheroes of all time. And this is also where he's unmasked, guys. He's not got his cowl on, which, of course, is none other than a figure of Batfleck himself.
Nice.
Yeah, Ben Affleck.
Portrayal of action Batman.
Yeah. What's weird, guys, is that he's not got his mask on, but the thing is, on the back, he has got it on his picture with him. He's got it on his picture. Very misleading right there. If you didn't see, if you didn't turn it around, you probably think he's, you probably think it's he's got the mask on in the figure, but no, he hasn't.
And someone bought that and not even aware.
Yeah. And then, guys, I got a figure now. This is actually for a Marvel character this time, guys. I normally get lots of DC figures these days, but this is actually, for a Marvel superhero. And this is part of the Marvel Legends toy line. And it's also a figure of my favorite X-Man of all time, which is a figure of Wolverine.
Yes.
Based on the comics, of course, yeah. And it says here, guys, there's like a builder figure thing for a character called Bonebreaker. I don't know what that is.
Let me see if I can.
And you can get other figures too in this line alongside Wolverine, and they all or contribute to building something. But the thing is the Wolverine doesn't come with any parts for his Stormbreaker character at all.
That's true.
Kind of like with Zombie Cap in the What If Marvel Legends, because Zombie Cap doesn't come with any parts of the Watcher.
Oh wow. Well, I guess maybe it's a good thing that Zombie Cap doesn't have any parts, Ozzy, to contribute to the Watcher, because obviously he's played by an actor I hate, isn't he?
Yeah, but I already have enough pieces for the Watcher, because Cursed Watcher.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you don't even have that figure, do you, Ozzy?
No, I don't. I don't even own Zombie Cap.
And you don't plan to, do you?
Probably not.
Yeah. Have I ever seen a Mighty Kong before? No. I assume it's a King Kong movie. I've not seen it.
I mean, the more I think about it, since it doesn't come with a part, I don't need it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to get it because there's no part required for building the Watcher.
Yeah, I'm still gonna attempt to do it though. I just don't need Zombie Cap.
Yeah. Well, I hope you find me other figures that are needed, Ozzy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I almost caught Agent Carter until I saw the price for it. That nearly gave me a heart attack.
Was it expensive?
Yes.
Why would you
How
make a
expensive
Marvel
was it?
Legends figure so expensive? It's only a Marvel Legends figure. What's the big deal?
Normally they cost between like $20 to $24, but for some reason, Agent Carter costs like $50.
That's ridiculous. Why would you
I mean,
Why'd you make it $50 for a figure of Agent Carter?
I'm just like, nope.
Ridiculous. I mean, was it like a rare figure, or was there any in stock, or was a load there?
There was a huge load.
That's ridiculous. They shouldn't make it so expensive when there's loads there to get. It's not rare, is it? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And I just converted that, and apparently that's 500 Norwegian kroners.
Is that a lot of money for you, Shadow?
It is. It's like 500,000.
Wow.
Damn, that is overpriced.
Yeah, definitely very overpriced. It's like that Lego. It's like that Lego Kenobi set, which is all overpriced, in my
It
opinion.
looks nice and it's
Okay.
absolutely terrible in every way.
And it's unfortunately based on a scene I hate from that Kenobi show, which made me not watch the show.
And also the worst Star Wars show ever made.
Yeah, I think I can definitely say that because yeah, from what's happened in it, yeah, I can confidently say I think it's the worst one ever. That I'm aware of.
Okay, here's the thing. If I was forced to either pick that or the Agent Carter figure, I'm going with Agent Carter.
Yeah, because she actually contributes to something else, doesn't she? Which is building a Watcher, doesn't she?
Yep.
But which version of Agent Carter is it?
I think it's
Is it,
Captain Carter, which got a shield.
The What If version. I meant to say Captain Carter.
Yeah. And also, guys, just so you know, the next figure I'm going to be unboxing, this week will be my NECA figure of Pinhead from Hellraiser.
Nice.
Which will be definitely a lot of fun to do. I see Blaze is still playing Mortal Kombat on his game, which is pretty cool. Joseph, I've made it clear way too many times. I'm done with the MCU, and because Devil Freeze part of it, I'm not watching it.
We have to keep mentioning that every single time we come on the live chat. Someone's going to keep asking us about the MCU.
And people should already know this by now, especially you, Joseph, because you watch all my videos, don't you? I've made it pretty clear now.
Yeah.
Because usually,
Guys,
yeah, because usually, guys, on my videos, Joseph is usually the first one to comment. As I've noticed, he's usually the first one to comment.
Yeah, and people can be all like, for someone who's retired from MCU, you complain about it way too much. I'm not complaining, I'm just posting a humorous video. Oh my god.
Yeah, people need to grow up.
Yep.
Yeah, but
at this point, it's getting real.
And maybe
At this point, it's just getting really annoying.
It's very
And
annoying, yeah.
on my Love and Thunder little
plus people need,
roast because of that.
yeah, people need to open their eyes because the MCU is now just woke propaganda.
It's a walking corpse, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
it is.
It's dead. That's why I'm not watching it anymore.
Yeah, and one that basically kills off characters that got bought back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which makes the game completely pointless.
Yeah.
Along with
And
characters.
Yeah, and I was going to, you know, move on to DC, but I can't do it now because James Dunn's ruined everything, hasn't he, by getting rid of Henry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So yeah, I see no reason to continue DC without Henry.
yeah, it looks like every single franchise
Both of June.
looks like every single franchise now gets destroyed.
It's very sad. I mean, I'm praying it what happened to John Wick. I'm praying it what happened. I'm praying it what happened to John Wick.
I mean,
Yeah,
by the trailers, it looks like Chapter 4 is gonna be.
And that's exactly why. And that's exactly why the fourth one should try to end with some kind of closure. In
Well,
case the fifth one ends up being bad.
well, yeah, that's the thing, Don. Because unfortunately, they have confirmed they're going to be making a fifth movie after a fourth one.
I just hope the fourth one does have a sequel set up and not a perfect ending.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And the minute I hear John Wick gets woke, I'm not watching anymore.
Yeah, I really hope he don't go walk. If he goes walk, I'm not going to watch Chapter 4. I've retired from lots of franchises actually. I've retired from Doctor Who as well. I stopped watching that after I absolutely despised Series 13. It was awful in my opinion. It was bad. Yeah.
Thankfully, we stopped watching very early on.
What into Dr. Karen's run?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't call the character the Doctor. I call her Dr. Karen because she's not the Doctor because she's so unlikable. And also, Shadow, you know how the Doctor is all about being compassionate towards her, their companions.
Yeah.
And always.
Yeah, she's not compassionate at all.
The thing is, you know her companion called Graham.
Yeah.
Who, in my opinion, is the only likable of her companions and the best acted, in my opinion, of her companions. Right? He tells her about how he was once a cancer survivor and how he'll get it back in his life, and she completely like blanks him and doesn't show any sympathy for him at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is wrong with her?
She's a Karen. That's what she is. That's why I despise that character. That's why I don't call her the Doctor. I call her Dr. Karen.
I mean, that isn't the Doctor.
It's not the Doctor at all. The Doctor always shows compassion for his companions. Because, yeah, in my opinion, the Doctor's a man, not a woman. Yeah, they shouldn't have done that at all. And Jodie Whittaker was just so boring, in my opinion. So was the Doctor. And also, as well, Shadow, didn't you also say that you thought her other companions were annoying? Like, Ryan and Yaz?
Oh, yes. I can stand them.
Yeah, those companions were so lifeless, in my opinion. Really were. And honestly, it was... Yeah, in my opinion, Graham was the best actor of the companions. Graham. I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, the other companions was one of the reasons why I stopped watching because they were so annoying, and of course I just lost interest.
Yeah, because in my opinion, Shadow, the only character that I liked him in that season was not a Doctor at all. It was Graham.
Yeah.
I mean, who's your favorite character in Dr. Karen's run?
I think I would say Graham.
Yeah, well, high five then, yeah. In case you didn't realize, Andy, we're talking about Doctor Who, in case you're wondering.
Yes, I figured that out.
Yeah, because I was saying that I've retired from that franchise.
And I was very glad that I started watching before The Timeless Children came out.
Yeah, that's one of the worst retcons I've ever seen, ever. It completely messes up the whole lore of the franchise.
I think that might actually be the worst episode ever.
But in terms of starting something new, guys, this year I will be watching Star Trek for the first time ever, the old films.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, I'm hoping to watch a lot of franchises this year.
The reason why, guys, is, my advice to anyone who's upset by franchises being ruined is watch older ones instead and, watch something new instead. Move on.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also watching as well because William Shatner actually earned my respect when he showed support for Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for those you don't know, he posted on Twitter saying he was very sorry to hear about Henry Cavill's situation, and he said advice being that when a door closes, a window opens. So he's showing that there's still hope for Henry's career, and of course, because he's going to see that Warhammer show, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, DCU is definitely another franchise I'm done with because, yeah, like I said, guys, I'm not continuing without Henry.
Shazam will be the last movie I see.
Yes, that's going to be my last film I'll be watching because, in my opinion, Shazam 2019 deserved a sequel. And I will watch Series 3 of The Witcher, guys, when it comes out on Netflix, but then I'm not going to be watching Series 4 because Geralt's going to be recast, isn't he, sadly?
Yeah, and of course, the showrunner and writers has lost my respect.
Yes, because they've completely botched up the franchise, haven't they? Been very unfavorable to the books, and yeah, and also Shadow. I don't know why, but I feel that Series 2 didn't really focus on Geralt that much.
It didn't.
Yeah, I didn't like that. He's supposed to be the main character, and he barely got much focus.
I mean, he literally took a back seat in his own show.
Ridiculous, really. Henry, in my opinion, was able to execute. You know, he was able to elevate bad material. In my opinion, he had to work with, but I feel his talent was pretty wasted in that second season.
Let's just wait to see how season 3 does, because that was the season that made him walk out.
Apparently, Shadow, they're going to give it like an apparently a worthy send off, but all I can do is laugh at that.
Maybe somehow he was treated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I just laugh at that statement, and I also as well refuse to watch Blood Origin. That prequel spin-off. I refuse to watch that because I mean, based on what I've heard about it from Az's review, guys, it looks like hot garbage. So yeah.
Yeah, and of course, the creator of that show is attacking the fans. Yeah,
that's no reason why they lost my respect. The makers of that show, because they're making out that the fans are wrong, but you know, but they have a right to their own opinion, as Henry himself said in an interview. Which is why Henry got my respect when he said that fans have a right to have whatever opinion they want to have, which is why he doesn't consider them to be toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Henry had my respect for that.
Okay.
There's an animated Star Trek series. Oh, nice. So I can watch that. So far, guys, the only films I've seen in that franchise is like the 2009 one and Into Darkness, and that's it.
Yeah, I saw the entire Abrams trilogy.
Yeah, how was Beyond in your opinion, Shadow?
It was fine, I guess.
Well, tell me this, Shadow. Was it better than sequel Trashology?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah, I still Into Darkness and Beyond, and I think I've already mentioned I prefer Beyond over Into Darkness.
Yeah, I believe you did, didn't you, Ozzy? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I think I mentioned before, Beyond's one of my favorite movies of 2016.
Mm-hmm. And I also as well will be watching it out of support for Anton Yelchin, because that's unfortunately one of his final films he did before he died. Rest in peace.
Out of the Abrams trilogy, Into Darkness is my favorite.
Oh, nice. And my favorite thing about the 2009 film was probably Leonard Nimoy, though, in my opinion.
Oh yes, he was my favorite part. Yeah,
and Spock is definitely my favorite live action role of Leonard Nimoy. My favorite voice role of his, however, is probably his voice role in Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
For me, probably Xehanort for Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I'll be sure to judge him when I play those games, Ozzy.
Okay then.
I mean, Ozzy, is his voice in the remixes for PS4?
I believe so.
Yeah, because I believe he voiced him, but then he got replaced by Rutger Hauer when he died.
And my favorite voice role of Leonard Nimoy was Sentinel Prime.
Well, I can't blame you for picking that choice, Shadow. His voice for that character was very well portrayed. Yeah, and so I'll be sure to play Kingdom Hearts games one day, guys. I'm more excited to play 3 because of Toy Story being in it, and Pirates of the Caribbean, Monsters Inc. as well. Big Hero 6 too. Yeah. Final Fantasy. I've not played any of those games.
Games are also pretty fun. My favorite one's Final Fantasy VII.
I do know that George Newburn's in that franchise as a character called Sephiroth.
Oh yes, he's in Kingdom Hearts.
Is he?
Yeah, because Kingdom Hearts is basically a Final Fantasy Disney crossover.
Oh wow, so it crosses over that, does it?
Yeah, and also Cloud is in Kingdom Hearts as well.
Oh wow. And let me guess,
There's
Ozzy.
basically-
Tell me this, Ozzy. Is Sephiroth your second favorite Lord War, George Newburn?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I can guess what your favorite is of all time, can't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, Superman.
Yep.
And George is my favorite voice actor for Superman because I grew up with his portrayal of Superman.
Watched him a lot in the Justice League animated show.
Yeah, I watched the show when I was a kid. Yeah, he's one I grew up with, and of course, the Batman 2004. I of course saw him in that when he appeared in a guest role, and he of course also voiced him in the Injustice games too, which I played too. Love those games. Yeah. So Don, just out of curiosity, are you familiar with any voice actors for Superman?
No, I'm not.
Oh wow. When it comes to the games, Don, have you ever come across any games in DC that you've played?
Injustice, Batman Arkham stuff, and
That's cool. Did you play both Injustice games?
I think I only played one of them.
Oh, nice. How about Arkham? Which ones did you play in that?
I played Arkham Asylum.
Oh, nice. The first one.
Arkham, the 2012 Arkham one.
Is that City?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that was like a couple of years. I think it was 2011, I believe. Yeah, depending on release date. That's my favorite DC game of all time. Absolute masterpiece of a video game. Phenomenal. I've not got a favorite storyline because I don't read the comics, Joseph. I haven't got time to read detail on my comics these days, and there's also way too many of them to read. Unreal how much there is to read, to be honest.
I agree with that, especially as someone who dubs the comics. There's a tremendous amount of.
Yeah, exactly, Alexander. You've told me that you've got like a massive list of Marvel comics to dub in your Spider-Man series, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I'll probably maybe there is the possibility that I'll die, and I still want to, dub all of them.
Oh, yeah. There's so many, isn't there?
So
Lots of
many,
them.
I could do it for my whole life, and I still wouldn't reach the end. That's the interesting part of it, and the scary part too. So many have been written by so many authors.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, really, into that. You could be doing it all your life, couldn't you? And you might not be able to do all of them.
It is. Yes, that's certainly possible.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Luke, I wanted to tell you that obviously I wasn't present on the stream, but I did watch your guys' stream with Mike. Well, partially, most.
Oh, yeah, Mike Pollock, yeah, Dr. Eggman's voice actor, yeah, who I told you about, Alexander, yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed it.
On stream to watch, yes. Very interesting guest.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
And Michael was very nice to talk to as well.
Yeah, lovely man, yeah, really lovely. And hopefully we'll get Fred Tartar short on the streams one day when he's available. I mean, I've already emailed him, guys, but I've not heard back from him yet. Hopefully he'll get back to me soon. He's probably really busy with his career. He is a very busy voice actor, of course, with his job, yeah.
I agree. Though he hasn't really been responding to any of my Instagram messages, so I'm hoping you'll get more.
Yeah. He's probably really busy recording, I guess.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the understandable reasons why he could be really busy is also because he's a family man, guys. He's got a son, so he's really busy with that too, I guess.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, I heard that apparently Sephiroth is voiced by Tyler Hoechlin, who's another Superman actor in a Final Fantasy game, yeah. Who, of course, plays Superman in the Arrowverse, yeah. My favourite scene from Squid Game. That's tough because that show was phenomenal. It's a great show, really. I mean, one that comes to mind is probably the first puzzle, red light, green light. Very intense scene, though. Goodness me.
I think I would say that's my favorite scene.
Yeah. It's one that I remember most when I think it was Squid Game. I can't wait for Series 2.
I think probably the most nerve-wracking puzzle they did was the one with the cookie.
Oh, that was definitely very intense, and I was so glued to my screen watching that scene. It was very intense. I watched Cobra Kai. No, not had a chance to yet. I know I should do because I've seen the Karate Kid movies, but you know, not had a chance to see it yet. Been pretty busy, watching other shows. Why not? Of course, I'm watching that new Amazon show called Devil's Hour, so I'm busy watching that.
And I'm of course still watching Better Call Saul.
Yeah, the really amazing show, one of the best Netflix shows ever, in my opinion. Yeah.
And Killer just joined us.
Wait, no one's there.
It shows for me.
Who's here?
Starkiller.
Well,
Starkiller.
I don't see anything. Hold on a second, because like I was. Oh, there he is. There's Starkiller.
Hey.
Hey, Starkiller, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just saw you guys were alive.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we're talking right now. Yeah, having a nice friendly chat. Yeah.
Starkiller, I wanna once again thank you for the awesome recordings you did. They're being put to very good use.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, sorry they were late.
She's been busy, have you Starkiller, doing voice acting, have you?
Yeah, had to do some good voice acting with some great acting. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I recently just bought the first Last of Us game and have been replaying that.
Nice one. Masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the
It's a
greatest.
great game.
Yeah, one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah, I love it. So
Yeah.
like, the second one gets so much crap, but I love the first one.
Yeah, the sequel gets a lot of well-deserved hate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm ever going to play it at all. I refuse to.
Yeah, so how has everyone else's day been?
It's been okay.
Life has been progressing. That's all I can say. Life has been moving forward.
Yeah.
It's great to hear, yeah. So just out of curiosity, guys, for all of you who saw what I got early, what was your favorite thing that I got?
Batfleck.
That's nice. Ozzy, how about you?
What?
What was your favorite thing that I got today?
Batfleck.
Don, how about you?
Same as everybody else. Batfleck.
Oh, nice. Oh, the Daniel labels.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Speaking of Batman, guys, of course, Don, I showed him earlier this, but I unboxed my Pattinson's Batman this week as well.
Nice.
Yeah, which I got, yeah, for my Christmas spending money before Christmas, yeah. Alongside also my figure of Black Adam without his hood on, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I got some things that I would like to show you guys in the after party.
Yeah, of course, go for it.
Not much, but I think you'll like it.
Well, I'm sure I will, yeah. You saw great things, Shadow.
Very nice.
Yeah, you do. And so you know when it comes to horror protagonists, guys, in like movies or shows or whatever, my favorite type of protagonist is like a badass character, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Who's like a fighter who fights with like weapons or whatever. That's my favorite type of horror character right there.
I think my favorite type of horror protagonist would be one with lots of character development.
Yeah, that's also a key factor. Great development too. I mean, that's why, guys, my favorite horror protagonist of all time, of course, is Ash Williams from Evil Dead.
And mine is Laurie.
Yeah. Starkiller, when it comes to horror, are you familiar with any horror protagonists?
I mean, no one really like stands out. Like, it's like I watch horror occasionally. That's not like my favorite genre, but I mean, not sure. I'd have to think.
Yeah. You take your time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don, didn't you confirm that your favorite horror protagonist of all time is Ash Williams?
I sure did.
That's cool. And in case you're wondering, Shadow, Ash gets great development as well in his trilogy, just so you know.
Well, this definitely gives me more excitement to watch the Evil Dead franchise.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, man. And
And I hope that this year I will be able to watch them.
yeah, well, I hope you do. And of course, I'd also recommend the 2013 reboot as well. That one's really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch that too.
Yeah, just be warned, it's really graphic, so be ready for that. Yeah, really graphic.
I'm okay with that. I'm
That's great, then. Yeah, I will definitely be watching the new one. That one looks really good.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Obviously, guys, I can happily accept that Ash won't be in it because Bruce Campbell confirmed he's not playing him in live action anymore. He's retired from that.
Oh.
Yeah.
But isn't he still plays the role with like voice acting?
Yeah, he's going to, because there's going to be like an animated series of Ash vs Evil Dead with Shadow. He's going to return to voicing for that. It's in development right now, guys, in case you're wondering. He confirmed it himself.
Huh.
Yeah, because he said that he can't play him in live action anymore because he's of course getting older. He's in his 60s now, of course, and so, but he can still voice him because he's still got the same voice he always has, of course. I mean, Bruce Campbell's a legend.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Starkiller, you'll be familiar with him because he of course Campbell was in the Spider-Man trilogy by Sam Raimi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and have you seen Evil Dead, Starkiller?
I want to, but no.
Yeah, well, I'd recommend it strongly.
Yeah, it's on my list of things to watch.
Yeah, because I got into it, last year, guys, when I watched horror franchises, and Evil Dead 2 rapidly became my favorite horror movie sequel of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it has like everything I'd want in a horror movie sequel, in my opinion. Everything I'd want in a horror sequel. Everything. It's that good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame that Ash wasn't in Mortal Kombat 11, wasn't it? Big shame. He got replaced by the Joker due to licensing, sadly. And to rub salt in the wound, Bruce was going to reprise his role as him for that game, but unfortunately, yeah, Ash got cut out. Daniel's back. Nice.
It was a bit of internet service, so I tried joining in on the conversation, but my audio was coming in, so I had to leave a couple times just so I could get much better internet.
Mm-hmm.
No problem. Yeah, internet can be a pain. Really can. Can't stand it these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so far, I haven't gotten any internet problems. Thank God.
Thank goodness.
I rarely get them unless if I'm outside of the house.
Well, I think Bruce Campbell could play Mysterio still. I mean, he's not retired from acting in live action for sure, because he's still appearing in live action movies, isn't he?
Yeah, because his character in the Spider-Man films was supposed to be Mysterio.
Yeah, that was the idea. He was watching Spider-Man all that time. Yeah.
Yeah. When they were going to do Spider-Man 4, it was supposed to be revealed to be Mysterio, but it was canceled.
Yeah.
And if we do get Spider-Man 4, I do hope they get Bruce Campbell as Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny that Sony tweet about.
It's going to be Mysterio and Vulture?
There was going to be Vulture, yeah, played by John Malkovich, yes.
Yeah.
And that was funny.
What's funny, Blaze?
Sony still has the tweet about Spider-Man 4 on their Twitter.
yeah, I know, Blaze, because I talked about it in today's video on why my opinion Spider-Man 3 deserves a sequel.
Yeah.
I retweeted that a while ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
I really hope that they'll do a new tweet confirming the release date.
I was about to say Anne Hathaway was going to be part of the movie. Rumored to play either Black Cat or a new character named Vulturous.
Yeah, I read somewhere that she was going to be playing Black Cat. Yeah, that's what I read.
Back when she would. So if Spider-Man 4 happened, I guess that would think that's the second time she plays a cat character.
Yeah, because she of course played Catwoman, didn't she?
Nah.
All I know about Spider-Man 4 is that there's leaked concept art out there on the internet.
Yeah.
John Schwab confirmed that he voiced Bosk in the latest Lego Star Wars game. Oh wow! I thought so. It was indeed Bradley Baker as Bosk. Oh wow! I thought the voice sounded a bit different when I played the game. Yeah, I was thinking that doesn't sound much like Bradley Baker. It must be someone else. And yeah, I was right. Because I know that D voices Bosk in quite a few things. Doesn't he voice him, of course, in the Clone Wars, then of course in the Battlefront games.
D. Bradley Baker's such a talented voice actor.
Yeah. Personally, though, guys, I think he sounds better in Battlefront than the Clone Wars. Because in my opinion, in the Clone Wars, he just sounds like a clone turning into a snake. Whereas in Battlefront, he sounds like a full-on reptile.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he can do some neat, just voices. It's
It's amazing. I mean, because when you hear what he can do, Starkiller, he's pretty much the voice of many animals you've heard in movies and shows and games and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a lot of people's childhoods, essentially.
He was, yeah. He was.
Yeah.
Lots of people's childhoods. Legend. So, Daniel, earlier we were discussing our favourite horror protagonist of all time. Have you got a favourite horror protagonist of all time?
Are we talking supernatural or grounded?
We're talking about like movies, horror movies, or shows in general, Daniel.
All right. In that case, well, I mean, I'm kind of rooting for slasher villains in a sense because they're so charismatic. Freddy, Michael, and Jason. I think I'm gonna have to go with Patricia Arquette in Dream Warriors from Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
All right.
Nice. Interesting.
Yeah, she was a good character, but unfortunately, of course, I lost respect for Patricia Arquette as a person, to be honest, though.
Yeah, what she do?
She's part of
What did
cancel.
you say?
I lost respect for Patricia because on Twitter she's part of cancel culture, sadly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen many of her tweets, guys, and I was appalled. She was like, being, cancelling people and whatever. I was appalled.
And that's another actress to put on my list of people I hate.
Yeah.
To start off the year.
Yeah, if you guys check out her Twitter, you'll see what I mean. And she's blocked many of my people that I follow on Twitter, which is just ridiculous too.
I got it. That means I have
I take back my answer now.
I have to say this again.
What are you gonna say, Ozzy?
Yeah, he said in my show.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, and it's very satisfying to read.
Yeah, cancel culture is one of those things I absolutely despise with a burning passion. Which is also one of the reasons why I absolutely despise the reason that Tessa came to asking me, because it mentions that.
Yeah.
When I saw you mention that in the chat, I raged.
Yeah, and also, guys, one of the reasons why The Boys is a show I hate that people like is also because in the third season it mentions it as well. In the third season it mentions cancel culture.
My god.
Why? Because in a superhero show, guys, I don't want to see cancel culture at all in a superhero show.
Well, I don't want to hear about it in any show or movie, period.
Anything. So, like, when I'm watching a superhero show, guys, cancel culture is not what I have in mind at all, or in anything whatsoever.
I mean, when you watch that stuff, you just want to be entertained.
Exactly, that's the whole point of it. Oh, Starkiller left us. In Series 3 Reverse Prime, yeah, when I watched it, I tried to watch the third season, guys, but after a certain episode, which I don't want to talk about, I didn't want to see anymore. I was done with the show.
Clip from that certain episode killed my interest.
Yeah, I can't blame you, Ozzy, because that totally destroyed any hope I'd have of continuing that show. I don't want to see any more.
Yeah, I'm not watching that because that clip made me puke.
In my opinion, the best Amazon Prime show, as far as I'm concerned, always will be Returnal List to me. Returnal List was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. And you okay, Don?
I gotta go now.
Oh, well, thanks for being here, Don, and I hope you have an amazing day. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, take care, Don. All right. Yeah, it's always fun talking to Don, isn't it? Great guy.
Always.
When it comes to horror villains, though, guys, my favorite slasher villain of all time is Michael Myers. Michael.
For me, I would say that my favorite horror villain is the Stanley Hotel.
So, would you say your favorite villain is Jack Torrance, Shadow?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't blame you. I mean, would you say he's a slasher?
Yeah, he's a slasher. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Then you can definitely do that. Yeah.
It's a three-way tie for me.
And who are the three are your favorite, Ozzy?
Freddy, Jason, and Candyman.
Nice.
And two-way for protagonist, either Laurie Strode or Helen Lyle.
Well, yeah, I can't blame you. You know, Helen's great indeed. Yeah, probably my favorite role of Virginia Madsen. Definitely, in my opinion, way better role of her compared to her role in June 1984.
Yeah, I'm not watching that movie. All I heard was that it was weird.
Very weird indeed. I thought her character, in my opinion, had a pretty cringe intro as well.
Also, they made a video game out of that movie.
Yeah, and they're making a new one too, and I'm just looking forward to playing.
Yeah, the new one is definitely one game I'm excited for.
Yeah, I think it's like an open world game on Arrakis from what I've read about it. And I will watch it because I love the movie from you know Denis Villeneuve, and I can't wait for a sequel coming out this year. I'll be definitely watching that.
Next time I'm going in theaters to watch it.
Can we get a trailer soon for that movie?
They better release it soon because I'm very excited for Dune Part 2. I love Part 1.
Yeah, this time I'm actually going to go into theaters to watch it because unfortunately I didn't see the first one in theaters.
Yeah, me too. I regret not going to see it now because I was busy back then watching other things. Wish I went to see it now.
I did see it in theaters.
Well done to you, Shadow.
And it was also during one of your live streams too. I remember. Saw it. Yeah, well, it's definitely a very great experience.
Indeed, yeah. And hopefully I'll have that experience when I watch Part 2. Hopefully a great experience.
Like I didn't feel like it dragged on whatsoever.
Well, that's the thing, because unlike other boring films, Dune Part 1 had an excellent pacing, in my opinion. Excellent pacing. It is actually pretty remarkable how lots can happen in a film, but there's still not much runtime, you know, in the day, really, of it.
Yeah.
For example, take a look at, say, the first Toy Story film, because that film is less than 90 minutes, and that film has great pacing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think all three Toy Story movies have amazing pacing.
Yeah, although in my opinion, the fourth one's a bit boring, if I'm to be honest.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't like 4 either anyway.
I just think it's mediocre.
Yeah, mediocre. It's disappointing compared to a trilogy, the timeless trilogy of Toy Story, in my opinion.
And speaking of Toy Story, I'm excited for Toy Story 2 review.
Yeah, that'll be coming out next Thursday, yeah. And of course, this week I'll be watching, of course, what is my favorite animated movie of all time. Can't wait. Player, am I also going to include video games in my Video Need a Sequel in my series? Read the title. It says movie, not video games. Honest to God. Sometimes I feel people don't listen.
Yeah.
If I was to do a video, I'd call it Video Gamer Doesn't Need a Sequel. And of course, the biggest example for me is The Last of Us.
Yeah, if you were going to make a series, you could start with The Last of Us.
Mm-hmm.
That is a perfect example.
Would Black Ops 2 count because of how you said it doesn't connect to Black Ops? How Black Ops 3 doesn't connect to Black Ops 2?
I think it depends on what ending you pick, Ozzy. Because there's like different endings in the game, and there's one which, in my opinion, provides the best closure possible. No setups whatsoever. That could probably count indeed, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about video games.
We're talking about games that didn't need a sequel, Blaze.
I think Fear didn't deserve a sequel to Fear 2 because the third one is weird.
Well, Blaze, I got the trilogy today, so I can see for myself what I think of it, can't I?
Yeah.
And what other video games had a great ending but somehow got ruined by a sequel?
I mean, you guys will have to help me out here, really.
I
can't
don't know.
really think of one necessarily, because I can only think of bad video games that got sequels.
And you know how I said earlier, guys, that I want to try something new when I see that my franchises that I love are getting ruined. Well, one thing I can do is play new video game franchises I've never played before.
Yeah.
Because, guys, on Xbox, the first franchise I'll be playing for that will be Halo. Because I actually installed my Master Chief Collection, the remaster of the old games, to my Xbox on Friday, so that's ready to play when I want to. And I will need to get the first Halo Wars game because I've got the second one today. I'll look for the first game if I can. Blaze, just out of curiosity, are the Halo Wars like a spin-off to a main Halo series of the games?
I think so.
Yeah. And just out of curiosity, Blaze, who's the main character in Gears of War Judgment, the spin-off to Gears of War?
Not Marcus, it's actually his son. It's his son.
His son? Okay, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, JD. He's called JD.
Nice.
And you play as in the fourth game as well, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, because apparently, Blaze, doesn't Marcus retire in the later games?
Yeah.
But does he appear as like a mentor to help out?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I mean, I'm more excited to play Gears of War 5, mainly because Sarah Connor's in it, guys, as a DLC character.
Oh yeah, and Bautista as well.
Yeah, I guess so, Blaze. I could probably, put on the Dave Bautista skin as a joke, couldn't I? Yeah, that'd be great to do.
Oh, I think you will not like Halo Wars. Guess why?
Why, Blaze?
It's a real-time strategy. It's not a shooter.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like this. I think you would not like it.
We'll see what I think of it.
Okay. Here's a photo of Halo Wars. I'll just send it to you.
Okay.
There's also, I guess, video games that also deserve sequels.
Yeah, it could be.
Deserves one.
In my opinion, Infamous Second Son deserves a sequel.
For me, Super Mario Sunshine deserves a sequel.
Not played that yet. Blaze. So Blaze, Blaze, do you think Gears of War 5 deserves a sequel?
I haven't finished this, so I can't comment on that.
All right. Blaze, that looks pretty cool, actually, based on that picture you sent me. It looks like a pretty good battle.
Wait, I didn't realize that was... You hear anything?
Yeah, Alexander, you've been unmuted for quite some time watching your video laughing.
Oh, I didn't.
Obviously, I have no idea what you've seen.
It was I don't know, YouTube recommended to me some video.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I get the Crysis games.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, Blaze. 3 of them.
Yeah, there's a 4th one in production now.
Oh, nice. Is that going to be Xbox One, Blaze?
Next gen, sadly.
So I need Series X and or PS5 about them, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Is Crysis 3 an Xbox 360 game, or is that released on Xbox One too?
It's a 360 game, but it got remastered to Xbox One.
Oh, remaster. So it's not backwards compatible. It's like a full-on remaster.
Yeah.
Would you recommend the remaster?
Yeah.
Okay, nice one.
Was playing it on this channel.
I'll see if I can get the trilogy then, Blaze. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Is the first game backwards compatible?
Yeah, you can get the remaster.
So the first game got remastered too. How about the second one?
That also got remastered.
Okay, I'll have a look for it then. Nice one.
Oh, yeah, here's a teaser for the fourth game. Let me show you.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that remaster right now, guys. The Crysis Remastered Trilogy. So it's a trilogy that got remastered. Wow. There's a PS4.
Indeed.
PS4 cover. Nice. Blaze, do you reckon they'll release Crysis, the Crysis trilogy for like PS5 then?
And it works on PS5 because it has a PS5 patch.
That's nice because I'm looking at the Xbox One and it says it's on Series X as well as Xbox One. Persona, never heard of it.
I only know about Persona because the character Joker is in Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, not related to DC. Let me get that out of the way.
Well, yeah, I imagine so because I don't imagine the Joker and DC being in a Persona game.
Yeah, it's just another character named Joker.
I mean, I can see why because isn't there a character called Joker in a video game, Blaze?
Wait, what?
Isn't there like a soldier character called Joker in a game, Blaze, who's called Joker?
I think so.
Yeah, 'cause I think I've heard it before, maybe like a Call of Duty game or something. So yeah, pretty interesting. And speaking of a DC Joker, guys, after I've unboxed Pinhead, I'll be doing like an unboxing marathon of my Arkham City figures to both Solomon Grundy.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Obviously, I'm going to start with Batman, of course, and it will also once again be a Kevin Conroy tribute as well because he voiced Batman in that game.
Mm.
Yeah, and it is really sad when I play the games and and I hear Kevin now. It's really sad.
Wow. It's going to be very hard for me to get that game too.
Well, I can promise you, Shadow, that you're going to love him as Batman because his performance in the games is absolutely incredible.
I'm absolutely hyped for hearing him as Batman.
Yeah,
and of course, Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah, he gives a great performance in the games too, in my opinion. And of course, I hear him when I play the Injustice games too, guys. And whenever I play the first game on my Vita, guys, because I like to do some grinding on it to get the trophies. Whenever I play as Batman in the game, I always play his Arkham City skin.
That's the most iconic suit in my opinion, the Arkham City suit.
That's why I play as it, Blaze. It's just awesome in my opinion. But
yeah,
if it added animated series suit, then I'd of course play as that, no question.
Yeah.
Because that to me is his best bat suit ever. And who left us? Mund. Must be a connection issue.
He's back now.
Yeah, I'm surprised the DC didn't sue over the Joker name. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't sue them. Ozzy, how come DC didn't sue this game that you mentioned for including the Joker name in it?
Don't really know. Maybe the Joker names existed before DC did Joker, like Joker cards.
I guess so. Maybe it's just the Joker cards then. I think.
Yeah, to be honest, I've never played Persona because the game never interested me. I only got the DLC just so I could say I have
it. Something to have, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I have all Smash Brothers DLCs.
Nice.
Well, fighters and not all the costumes though, because I'm too lazy to make custom fighters.
Yeah, Joseph, I heard about that what we did to a Joker in recent comics, and I'm absolutely disgusted and appalled. The comics these days are absolutely ridiculous, and that's why I don't read them, because things like this happen.
Oh yeah, I had a funny reaction to that earlier this week.
I mean,
What comic?
Blaze, we're talking about an absolutely atrocious recent comic where the Joker's pregnant.
What the hell?
I know, right? It's disgusting and stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Luke, did you see the video where I did a short reaction to my reaction to the Barbie trailer?
Yeah, that was really funny. I pressed like on it. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah, that's the exact same reaction I have for Joker.
I mean, Ozzy, I thought you were going to post like a full-on reaction to it, but no, it was like a nice, funny short.
Yeah, that was my full-on reaction.
I mean, you don't need to post a reaction, do you? Because you can summarize it all in those words, can't you?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, when I saw that video made, I laughed very hard.
Yeah, it was brilliant. That. Yeah. And also as well, it's also impossible for a Joker to have a baby because he's not even a woman.
I don't even want to get into that because I don't want to know how that works.
Well, it shouldn't work. It's impossible because he's a man, not a woman.
And honestly, I don't understand these writers anymore.
Well, you can see why I don't read comics, because things like this happen. And it's also because of this that, I keep further supporting J.K. Rowling too, because she just has an opinion, and she was only stating a biological fact. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. And just because she said one opinion doesn't mean that people can
cancel her
and send her death threats too.
Yeah, I think it was also a lot more despicable how people were happy with Robbie Coltrane died, just because he supported J.K. Rowling. Like, when I saw
That's
people,
just disgusting.
when I saw Ryan Kinnell's video where they were saying they were happy that he died, I wanted to like punch something. I was that angry.
I mean, I was absolutely furious.
I was disgusted and angry. I couldn't believe it.
One of my hangers.
Like, for God's sake, right? Robbie died. You're supposed to pay respect to him, not say that you're glad that he died. That's horrible. Full on horrible. You're supposed to, pay respect to someone who's died. I mean,
but then again, though, these people are insane. They don't know.
They're beyond a joke, Shadow. There's no helping them at all. There's no hope for them at all. Like, whenever an actor dies, I always pay respect to them. Robbie Coltrane especially, because, he played one of my favorite Harry Potter characters of all time, Hagrid.
Yeah. And there is no Hogwarts without Hagrid.
Yeah, there's no Hogwarts without Hagrid, and there's no Hagrid without Robbie, in my opinion. He was perfectly cast, in my opinion. And I believe he was one of those who was handpicked by J.K. Rowling for a role. And I am glad that people like, Robbie and also Ralph Fiennes and Helena Bonham Carter defended J.K. Rowling as well.
Yeah, they are my respect for that.
Yeah, and I myself have nothing against her because she just said, one fact, and that's it. That's all she said. And she has every right to have her own opinion. She doesn't deserve any of the hate she gets all. If you want to disagree with her, you do that, but don't attack her or try to cancel her.
Yeah, disagreeing is okay.
Yeah, if you want to do that, you do that. Just don't attack her or try to change her opinion, because that's wrong.
Yeah, it's not like opinions are illegal. Yeah,
it's not a crime to have an opinion at all.
I mean, Henry Cavill summed up opinions pretty well.
Yeah, Henry Cavill said himself, guys, in one of his Witcher interviews, that fans have every right to have opinion what they want to have, and they're not toxic. That's why you earn my respect. So, like, if anyone's going to tell me to apologize for an opinion, I'm just going to say no. I'm not apologizing for having an opinion.
No one should.
Yeah. Yeah, but no apology is going to come from me at all. I have a right to an opinion, just like how you do. That's why I'll always fight to support my friends who you know, have an opinion as well. I'll always fight for them.
Mm.
I'll always defend myself as well. You wonder who Darius Ye, Joseph? Well, that's not really something I want to think about.
It's also very hard to say.
Yeah. I don't want to, you know, talk about who's going to Darius Ye, Joseph. That's just not nice at all. I don't want to think about it at all. Like, anyone can die, no matter how old they are. Anyone can die.
Yeah.
Unexpected deaths happen.
I mean, take a look at Kevin Conroy, for example, guys. That was tough.
unexpected.
Yeah,
And yeah, I had absolutely no idea he was sick.
yeah. He kept a secret. He had cancer, guys. He didn't publicly reveal it at all. That's why I had no idea. I was
Another
clueless.
example would be like Chadwick Boseman or
Absolutely,
Cameron Boyce.
absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Cameron Boyce died when he was 20 years old.
Yeah,
When I saw the news, it shocked me.
yeah. Cameron died far too young. It's very sad. He was going to be in a Netflix film Adam Sandler called Hubie Halloween, guys, but unfortunately he died before he could film any scenes. I mean, I didn't nice tribute to him at the end of the movie in the credits.
Yeah, I saw that, and also Hubie's Halloween is not a example of a movie that I like that other people hate.
I like it too, Shadow. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Blaze, what's up?
Remember the time I made the Hellraiser video?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and unfortunately, Blaze, you got loads of dislikes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I literally got comments saying that my opinion doesn't matter and such. I was like, what the hell?
Well, that's stupid. You have a right to your own opinion, Blaze. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Wait, what?
I just said, Blaze. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's your opinion.
Yeah, I was actually finished with Hellraiser after Hellseeker.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm only going to watch the two sequels to the first one. I'm not watching anything after the third one. I'm only good things about after the third one.
I mean, do you know that Henry Cavill is in one of the Hellraiser movies? So I'm only gonna watch that for him.
I'll see if there's like a compilation of his scenes. Yeah, that'd be great.
He's in the eighth movie.
Eighth
Hellraiser
one.
Hellworld.
Bloody hell! How many films is there in this franchise?
11.
11. Bloody hell!
What franchise are we talking about right there?
Hellraiser, Shadows,
Hellraiser.
Alexander's horror franchise. Hellraiser.
Oh man, it's
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. You got to be in the eighth one of all the movies, isn't it? And just like Corty one, is that a bad movie? The eighth one?
Yeah, well, basically all the sequels after Hellraiser 3 are bad. But
Oh dear.
this one, it's not as bad as like the other movies that I've seen. It's better than the fifth one, the sixth one, the seventh one, and the 10th one.
Wow.
you know what?
The worst one is the sixth one, in my opinion.
Oh, and I forgot the ninth one.
So when it comes to
the ninth one too.
Hellraiser movies, one thing that actually shocks me is how they were actually able to keep going without getting cancelled due to how bad all the movies were.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, also they made a joke after the sixth movie.
Oh
after
dear.
the fifth movie.
Well, I'm not going to waste my time watching a great horror villain get ruined, Blaze. I'm just going to watch the two sequels to the first one and stop.
I think the fourth one ends the series well, in my opinion.
Well, I'm going to when I watch my figure of Pinhead, guys, next week. I'm going to say I've only seen the first film at the time of the recording, and I'm going to stop after I see the third movie.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
I mean, one good thing about watching the others after it could be that I can provide you guys with an entertaining rant.
Yeah.
I can
And
pretty much already give you the angry rants.
yeah, I know you can, Amund, yeah, and because you've seen them, unfortunately, haven't you?
I've seen all of them.
Yeah, all of them. And
I've seen only the first 6 movies, and then I gave up after the 6th movie.
And would you guys also guarantee that my rants would be more entertaining than the bad movies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, would you guys say that my rant about Robert's Insect was better than that movie?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you guys enjoy my rant about Robert's Insect, because I hate that movie.
It's so weird, that movie.
I know, right? It's terrible. It's an absolute disgrace compared to the amazing first movie.
I mean, I guess you just call it Disney violates Ralph.
Yeah, or as I would call it, Lucas Prime breaks a movie, because that's what I'd like to do to that movie pretty badly.
Yeah, you did it perfectly,
Yeah,
and way better than Disney.
yeah. I mean, I can't really think of much good things about that sequel. I mean, I guess maybe John C. Reilly as Ralph, and I do also, of course, love Gal Gadot as well, guys, but I feel she was quite wasted, sadly, like the other cast members were, sadly.
I think Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic was
Yeah.
definitely wasted, of course.
Chris Smith was in the movie.
He was in both of them, Blaze as Sonic, yeah.
Oh yeah, and Zangief as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, Blaze, wasn't he voiced by one of the movies, his producers or directors or whatever?
Yeah, he was actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when it comes to what I hate most about Rabbit's Insect, it's probably, of course, the medal scene. I despise that scene with a burning passion.
Yes,
Oh, that's
I mean, Ozzy, you can confirm that you turned it off at that scene, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Was this when you first watched it for the first time ever?
Yep.
Oh, wow. And have you watched the rest of the movie since, or have you not seen it since?
I watched the rest of it, and I hate the end. The second scene I hate the most is the ending.
Well, yeah, the ending is an absolute joke, especially because you know, the Ralph clones make a King Kong ripoff. And the Ralph,
They
and
literally create a plot hole.
they do indeed,
Yeah.
yeah. And like as well, guys, the clones same friend all the time gets really annoying so quickly.
And then, of course, we have the Disney princesses making Ralph into a complete joke.
Oh, I hated that scene. And I also hate how they made 3PO into an usher, you know, C-3PO.
I also hate how they wasted Stan Lee in the movie.
Yeah, because they lied to us guys by saying that he was going to have lines in the film, but he says absolutely nothing in the movie. They lied to us.
Yeah.
So yeah, ridiculous.
I mean, you shouldn't really be surprised. I mean, it's Disney we're talking about.
Disney indeed, yeah.
When I found that out, I'm just like, you lied to me, Disney!
So that confirms, guys, that Stan Lee's final voice in a film, of course, was Spider-Verse.
Also, they reused Tim Allen's Buzz Lightyear lines in the movie.
Yeah, but of course, the design for Buzz and Matt Campbell was cringe.
Yeah.
We'll say that design's better than Chris Lightyear, at least.
And that's saying something, isn't it?
Yep.
Movie is garbage.
Yeah, because Chris Lightyear,
Also, the Stormtroopers
I mean,
as ad blockers.
yeah, Chris Lightyear is absolutely horrendous, as I call him, because he's not Buzz at all. He's not Buzz.
Yeah, I saw that movie and it was weird.
Yeah. Why do we make it in the first place? And also, no one, as far as I know, asked for Chris Evans of all people to voice Buzz. No one, as I saw, has asked for Chris to voice Buzz. I mean, guys, as soon as I heard that Tim Allen was not Buzz in the movie, I was out. I'm not going to watch it. Because, yeah, you can't do Buzz Lightyear without Tim Allen.
It's like saying Woody, though, without Tom Hanks.
Exactly, Blaze, exactly.
Yeah.
Same thing with Buzz here, yeah.
The only Woody I can accept that's not Tom Hanks is his brother Jim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can accept that.
Yes, sir.
Although, of course, he can't top his brother, can he?
Yeah, I count.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite time Jim voiced Woody was in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, I heard the clips of that voice. It sounded very close to his brother, in my opinion. Yeah, really close.
Also, wasn't he in the Toy Story 3 game?
I think he was, yeah, Blaze, because anything Woody's in which Tom Hanks doesn't voice Woody, usually Jim steps in, usually.
Yeah, like the Woody toys.
Oh, yeah, and Jim also voiced Woody in one of the Toy Story shorts.
Yeah, I believe he voiced him in that short called, was it Lamp Life, I think? Lamp Life?
Yeah, I did.
And if you guys have seen the Buzz Lightyear Star Command movie, which is, you know, with Tim Allen voicing Buzz in an animated movie, he Jim voices Woody in that Toy Story opening sketch at the beginning where they're watching a Buzz Lightyear Starcraft movie with toys. Yeah.
I need to watch that movie.
Please do, it's great. I used to watch when I was a kid.
I mean,
hard to find nowadays.
I have it on DVD somewhere, guys. I've lost it, unfortunately. And I can confirm that, Zurg is my favourite voice for the Wayne Knight as well.
But yeah, I have more interest in watching that movie than Rappier.
Yeah, there's no light in that movie at all. Why should it be lightful?
One thing that confuses me.
Yeah, Blaze.
One thing that confuses me about the Toy Story series is how does Woody not know where he came from?
Yeah, I mean, what I can probably assume, Blaze, is that he forgot. That's all I can say.
Yeah, apparently, according to some articles, it's actually his dad who owned Woody, apparently.
Maybe, I guess so.
I read that the Woody that we see in the movie was a prototype of the Woody, but they never manufactured more Woody dolls.
Well, I think, isn't that because Woody Ran Out Show got cancelled, Ozzy?
Yep, due to space.
That's pretty unfortunate then. No wonder Woody forgot who he was, yeah. Maybe he forgot. Bad memories, isn't it, really? Because sometimes you can forget things, can't you? Yeah, thankfully, guys, they didn't make a Woody film without Tom Hanks, did they?
Nope, and if they do, I'm not watching it without Tom.
Me neither. Why should I watch it?
I think Tom made a joke that if they do it, they better get him back.
Well, they have to, because, there's no one who can voice Woody other than him for movies at all. So, yeah.
And if there's going to be a Woody movie, if a Woody movie gets made, I'm only watching for two reasons. One, Tom Hanks, and if it's based on Woody's Roundup.
Yeah, I hope they do like a Woody's Roundup movie, with Tom Hanks, and we could even get, Joan Cusack back as Jessie, and, Kelsey Grammer as a prospector, Stinky Pete. I mean, I don't see why not. They could probably make that show get revived, couldn't they? Bring it back.
Expand a little bit more on that show.
Yeah. Maybe they could, explain as well why Woody has forgotten his past as well, couldn't they? That'd be great, wouldn't it?
It actually sounds like an interesting plot right there.
So, yeah. But because of Turning Red, guys, being absolute garbage, I'm not going to be continuing with Pixar unless we do sequels to Incredibles 2, Onward, and Luca.
I would check out the video. I would check out the movie called Elementals when it comes out.
Well, I'm not
so
interested.
you don't have to.
Well, thank you,
Yeah,
Blaze.
thank
Thank you, Blaze, because I'm not interested. Just tell me what you think of it. I'm not interested in watching it. So you can watch it, so I don't have to.
I mean, I'm sure.
I'm gonna go watch it too.
I'm sure they're gonna put in some woke garbage in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Look up and Turning Red, that was pure woke from start to finish.
What? That is my worst movie of last year.
Well, I can't blame you at all, Shadow.
And it has also officially topped Ice Age 5 as the second worst animated movie I've ever seen.
Well, I can't blame you at all.
Hi, Luke.
Yeah, Blaze, what's up?
Did you notice the new Puss in Boots movie came out?
Yeah, well, I'm not interested in that, Blaze, because in my opinion, the first one did not need a sequel.
And also,
with Antonio Prices as well.
And
well,
the animation is crap too.
Yeah, from a trailer, Blaze.
It's literally just Spider-Verse.
From what I've seen in the trailer, Blaze, it doesn't strike my interest at all. I'm not interested in watching it, and yeah. And also, what's also worse? What's also worse, guys? What's also worse is it takes place after Shrek 4. And also, apparently, the ending is also setting up Shrek 5 too.
Nope, no.
Yeah, exactly. So I've already stressed the importance that Shrek 4 is where the Shrek franchise ended.
I'm gonna say now, screw DreamWorks.
And Ozzy, does this make you even more happy that you retired?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't blame you at all.
I will be retiring once I've seen The Bad Guys. After that, I'm done.
Well, I can't blame you guys at all, because unfortunately, after The Bad Guys, they're still making all these cash grab sequels, which are not needed.
DreamWorks. Look, DreamWorks
They're
still could have
making a
kept me.
new Kung Fu Panda. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
I
making.
already know about that. I raged about it when it was announced.
Why would they do
Yeah,
that?
and apparently they destroyed Poe as a character in this.
Well, thank goodness I'm not watching it.
And I guess I could watch it for you guys' benefit.
Well, you said you've done it for bad guys, Shadow.
Yeah, what if I watched this before the bad guys?
Hmm. Well, that's entirely up to you. And yeah, they're doing a third Trolls movie. I didn't even like the first two films, guys. So why should I watch a third one?
I didn't even watch them.
What's the third one gonna be? Is it gonna be a ripoff of Endgame?
I wouldn't be surprised, Shadow. Would not be surprised. Because the second one went off Infinity War, that's why I didn't like it. The first one didn't even need sequels anyway, because I don't think it was good enough to continue all. And they're doing 2 untitled films, guys, coming in 2024. We don't know what they're called yet. But yeah, hopefully will be original, not, like, and not, of course, unneeded sequels which are cash grabs. Unfortunately, Kung Fu Panda 4 is coming out on March 8th next year. Not watching that. Screw it.
Oh god.
So there's no way I'm going to waste my time on it.
Oh wait, when is Dead Space remake coming out? Let me quickly check.
I don't know, Les, but I'd rather play that than watch all these cash grab sequels.
All I'm gonna say is that I'm glad.
I know it's.
And also, Ozzy, I know you'll be happy about this, but because this is the film that you stopped at. But in my opinion, guys, Toy Story 4 did not deserve to win the Oscar for Best Animated Film in 2019. In my opinion, the film that deserved the Oscar for Best Animated Film in 2019 was How to Train Your Dragon 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's my favorite animated movie of 2019.
I think it might be mine too, actually.
Yeah, it definitely is for me.
Oh yeah, look, it's coming out January 27th.
What, this month, Blaze?
Yeah, Dead Space remake is coming out this month.
Is it going to be an Xbox One or just Series X and S, Blaze? Blaze.
Next gen.
Oh, right, so it's not going to be on Xbox One. That sucks. Oh, Daniel's back. Welcome back, Daniel.
Yeah, Callisto Protocol is the one that came on PS4.
Okay, I'm home.
Oh, you're back home, Daniel. Nice one.
Yes.
Anyways, all I'm gonna say is that I'm just glad I ended my journey with DreamWorks with Hidden World.
Yeah. In my opinion, How to Train Your Dragon 3 was the animated film that deserved the Oscar from 2019, not Toy Story 4.
Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about DreamWorks, Daniel, and about why it's not going very well in terms of their future things coming out.
But I thought Puss in Boots was really good.
The sequel.
Yeah, I saw it with my brother yesterday. Actually, after I saw Megan, I thought it was really good.
Okay, well I'm not interested in watching it anyway.
Well, yeah, of course. I've already heard. Yeah, I know, because you've already said that, and I'm not going to convince you to watch the movie.
That's very kind of you.
I was January is usually the dumping ground for a lot of bad movies, and so I just went in, thought it was going to be garbage, and it was actually really good. As with regards to this, I don't know, Kung Fu Panda thing coming out, no, count me out.
Yeah, count me out too. Kung Fu Panda 4. I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I said, guys, in my opinion, How to Train Your Dragon 3 is an animated film that should have won the Oscar in 2019, not Toy Story 4.
And unlike Toy Story 4, How to Train Your Dragon 3 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, it is. And it's also, in my opinion, a great way to end the trilogy as well. Even though, of course, it's based on lots of books, the franchise. So yeah, they're also doing, of course, that third Trolls movie. Not interested. I didn't even like the first two films enough to want to watch more.
Yeah, I didn't even watch them. Spirited, so that's just a bad taste in my mouth.
Are you not interested in that either, Daniel?
No, not really. I mean, unless someone will be willing to pay for my ticket. Otherwise, no, I'm not interested.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even like the first two films.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention I do have somewhat of an announcement to make. It's a possible retirement of Wimpy Kid movies.
Is this because you didn't like the second Roderick Rules movie, Ozzy?
No, I did not like the animated one.
Oh wow.
Nowadays I don't like it. Nowadays I give it a 4 out of 10.
Wow. And let me guess, Ozzy, did it even improve from the first animated movie?
Sort of, but not really.
And would you say the only good thing about it was Ed Asner?
Yes, Ed Asner's scenes were the only good scenes in the movie.
Yeah, rest in peace. I'll only watch it just for Ed, guys, and that's it.
And let me just get it out of the way. The movie is rushed, and they cut out so many important scenes that happen, including important characters.
Well, that's just absolutely stupid. Yeah, definitely a red flag right there.
Because you guys want to know which character they cut from the movie?
Is it like a main character who appeared in one of the live action movie, Ozzy?
Yeah, and somewhat of a supporting character too.
Supporting.
You want to know who it was?
Yeah, who is it?
Holly Hills.
Really?
They cut her from the movie.
Okay, that's just absolutely stupid. Really stupid.
This month I'm continuing my Whippy Kid reviews. I will be doing an angry rant on Roger Rules 2022.
Oh, I'm definitely going to love watching that, Ozzy.
Yeah, because a few days ago, I was actually starting to rage about that movie because of how well, it's not as bad as Long Haul, I will say that.
Okay.
But it's still inaccurate to the book. So they already announced the third one. They're doing the last straw, and if I don't like it, I'm not watching any more Whippy Kid movies.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't blame you at all, Ozzy. Because they're cutting out many important parts, which is just a very stupid move right there.
Yeah, this is damaging one of my favorite book franchises of all time.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I was hoping they'd learn the mistakes after the disastrous Wrong Hall movie, but apparently they're not learning, are they? Because they're cutting out important parts, aren't they?
Yeah, and plus, Fregley in the movie is reduced to a cameo appearance.
Seriously, that's ridiculous. And just out of curiosity, Ozzy, are any characters in this animated movie unlikable?
Maybe Frank and Susan a little bit.
Oh, God, don't you dare do that to those two. They're so funny in the live-action movies.
Yeah, but they're not as unlikable as they were in the Long Haul.
Yeah, in the Long Haul, they were absolutely atrocious. I mean, Frank Heffley, in my opinion, was boring, whereas Susan, in my opinion, was just absolutely cruel, in my opinion.
And yeah, also, Greg is also unlikable near the end of the movie during the talent show scene.
Well, that sucks.
Because you know how Roderick really wanted to play in the talent show?
Yeah, of course.
Well, instead of Roderick playing, they got Greg in the band for a brief second.
You're kidding me, right?
Yeah, he's only there, and then after that, he literally swaps places with Roderick. That was one of the most pointless scenes throughout the whole movie.
Right, at this rate, guys, I'm probably just going to watch Ed Asner's scenes and that's it. Yeah.
Because at least something I did like is probably Ed Asner's scenes that he has with Greg when they're talking about, like, siblings.
And did it feel really touching, considering that Ed had unfortunately died a couple of years ago, Ozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a shame that he had to be in this movie of all movies, isn't it? As part of his final films of his career, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Well, Ozzy, based on what you've told me about this movie, I'm not going to watch it in its whole. I'm only going to watch Ed Asner's scenes, and that's it.
Honestly, just go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I'll rely on your rant review for it.
Yep, as soon as I get to rewatching the true Roger Rules movie.
Yeah. Speaking of, shows, War Guys and whatever, I will definitely be watching the Warhammer show on Amazon Prime to support Henry Cavill.
Yeah, me too.
I will play the games too, so I can understand the franchise better from the games too. And I am also happy that he's got control by being a producer, so that's definitely handy, isn't it? Because he can, be in charge of, some things, can't it, as a producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching that show for Henry.
Me too. There is also like a Greek myth film that I might watch, which he's in, guys, as Theseus, called Immortals. When you guys have ever seen Immortals?
You know, I only saw a part of it.
And what do you think of it when you can remember, Shadow?
It's really a little weird.
Weird. Oh dear. Has anyone else seen Immortals? Anyone here seen Immortals, the movie?
No. And I also do remember that the movie is also very gruesome at times.
Is it now? Well, not surprised it's about Theseus, because his story is quite gruesome indeed, yeah.
Out of curiosity, was there any movies that were too graphic that you couldn't handle?
When I was younger, I mean, one that I was scared about was probably the Hills Have Eyes 2006 movie, that remake movie. That was definitely really gruesome for me. I couldn't handle it when I was younger. I can now because I'm older, but now I can't. I couldn't back then, to be honest.
I mean, one other actor that's in this movie is Mickey Rourke.
Oh, Mickey Rourke, nice.
He plays Curion.
Oh, wow.
And then we got
something I want.
Luke Evans.
Yeah. Tell us.
So I decided to do a little bit of research, and it looks like you're correct. Now, to give you a little bit of context, now this isn't your fault, and I'm not angry at you, but you unintentionally destroyed a child, because Patricia Arquette was one of my childhood crushes, going back to when I was like 6, 7 years old.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about Daniel.
As soon as you said that, my heart just diminished entirely.
Yeah, well, Daniel, how do you think I feel when I lose respect for people I used to like?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
I mean, take a look at Kevin Smith, for example. I used to like him before he did what he did with that Masters of the Universe garbage.
And even before Masters of the Universe, I lost respect for Kevin Smith because of Tusk, as well as all of his other bad movies. So, yeah, not a Kevin Smith fan.
I've not seen any of his bad films, thankfully, Daniel. I've not seen any of his films at all, actually, any of them.
Well, that's good for me. I mean, understandably, I can understand why Don's favorite comedy of all time is Clerks. That's fine, because, well, it's actually one of his better movies. I just never cared for it, and I could never get past my Kevin Smith disdain.
Yeah, and is it also true that he unfortunately made a bad film with Bruce Willis, Daniel?
Well, that was more of a studio thing than his fault.
Oh, I see.
The studio, so yeah.
Yeah, because I read somewhere from Dom that apparently he didn't get on with Bruce Willis at all. They didn't get on with each other.
Well, there are two sides to the story. One is that there was some studio interference, and that Kevin Smith was smoking way too much marijuana.
Oh dear,
and
that's
then
not
the
good.
flip side to that is Bruce Willis not giving a single F and just phoning it in.
So Bruce didn't want to be there, did he?
Well, I don't know which story is true or not, but there are two sides to the story. I just don't know which one is true. But what I do know is that because of Bruce's, illness, he probably didn't want to be there, but probably did it for the paycheck. And
Understandable.
Kevin Smith was, a marijuana freak, so yeah. And also some studio meddling.
Just out of curiosity, Daniel, with regards to Bruce Willis, have you seen any of his recent direct-to-video films that he did before he retired?
No, I would much rather watch all of Kevin Smith movies before I watch any of those god-awful Bruce Willis direct-to-video things.
Yeah, because I've only seen Extraction so far, Daniel, and I don't want to see any more.
Pretty much. I'll take Clerks 1, 2, 3, Red State, as well as Mallrats over all of those.
Yeah.
With Bruce Willis and Kevin Smith not getting along, this is reminding me of how John McClane hated his character in Die Hard, Live Free or Die Hard.
So literally, it's real life and the same thing as a movie, yeah.
Yep, and I already confirmed one of my bad qualities with Live Free or Die Hard is Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he's one of he's the reason why it's not my favorite one in a franchise. While I think it's the most underrated of a franchise, it's not my favorite because of Kevin Smith's presence as his annoying character.
Yeah, but then sequels is my second favorite. Number one favorite for sequels is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, no question. That to me is the best of sequels. And I will say that Live Free or Die Hard still to me is where a franchise should have ended.
And I'm also glad to confirm I watched the unrated version.
Yeah, the unrated version is the true version, the true one, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I already know about what happened with the theatrical version, which is why I picked the unrated version.
Yeah, because unfortunately, Ozzy, they of course censored John's iconic catchphrase.
Not Die Hard without that catchphrase.
Exactly. And what's worse, Ozzy, is in the 5th movie, which of course you refuse to watch, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not watching it ever.
Yeah, in the 5th movie, he does say the catchphrase, but the thing is, Ozzy, you can barely hear it, and he doesn't sound like he cares when he says it, John. John doesn't sound like he cares when he says it.
Yeah, that's why I'm not watching it, along with other things.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of reasons why you shouldn't watch it. I mean, one being it's not needed, and also the cinematography is absolutely awful for a theatrical movie.
It's also very generic.
It is
like,
indeed,
for a
yeah,
Die Hard movie.
very generic. And of course,
Yeah,
Ozzy, I've also said that I find Jay Collins' character to be extremely annoying as well. Probably, in my opinion, his worst role ever.
And I said in my rant that I found the plot very predictable.
Yeah, it's also really boring in my opinion. I nearly fell asleep watching because it dragged on way too long. They also made John very unlikable in my opinion as well.
Yeah, they did.
They CGI'd fire, and the CGI was horrendous.
Yeah, awful CGI for a 2013 movie. It's unacceptable and horrible CGI.
Like literally, the entire movie was horrendous from start
Yeah.
to finish.
And also, guys, if you didn't know that the Bruce was playing John McClane in the film, you'd think it's one of his direct-to-video movies. It was that terrible. Because it doesn't feel like Die Hard at all. It's not Die Hard in my opinion. I only watch it for your benefit, guys, but if I wasn't doing it for your benefit, I'd have probably turned it off when Jay Connor's character first appeared because of how annoying he was. And speaking of unnecessary sequels, guys, of course, I'll be ranting about the Enchanted sequel in tomorrow's video.
I grew to hating that movie, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I really don't like Disenchanted. It's horrible in my opinion. It ruins a great 2007 fantasy film. It didn't even need sequels in the first place. Just out of curiosity, Daniel, did you check out Disenchanted?
I watched Disenchanted the same day that I won a little bit of respect back for Seth Rogen. So I did a double feature of his comedy movie from 2014 with Joseph Gordon-Levitt the night before Disenchanted, and I'm happy to confirm that the night before was a lot better than Disenchanted.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah. It's also a really nice comedy, and I think Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Seth Rogen have really good chemistry, and I guess also Anthony Mackie isn't wasted, which I think is another good thing.
Well, I guess that's good to hear, yeah.
Also, Michael Shannon has a nice appearance in it.
Oh, Michael Shannon. My favorite role of his role always will be General Zod, though.
Oh yes, same here.
Yeah. My favorite DC EU villain actually as well. So yeah.
I wish that Darkseid was my favorite DC villain, but sadly we won't ever get to see him again.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he doesn't have much scenes in the Snyder Cut, does he, Shadow?
No, it doesn't.
Because obviously the main villain of that movie is Steppenwolf. But I still love Steppenwolf, though. Nonetheless, I still love Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Darkseid is my third favorite DC villain. After Zod and Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
Well, of course, only the Snyder Cut Steppenwolf.
Yeah, because the one in Justice League is a Thanos knockoff who's absolutely horrible.
And that's CGI.
The CGI for Steppenwolf in Justice League is absolutely... I laugh at the CGI. It's that terrible. I laugh at it.
Yeah, I remember rewatching a frame of that movie when Superman says, "Is this guy still bothering you?" His mouth wasn't even moving.
Yeah, I think it was dubbed in Aussie, unless they were CGIing Henry's mouth and he said it, but they forgot to render the mouth moving.
And I'm just like, how do you screw that up?
Yeah, like...
I'm just thinking, lol.
Yeah, because Justice League is so bad, it makes me want to laugh, guys. And speaking of DC, guys, yesterday I made a voice comparison with Black Adam. But of course, as well, stay tuned. Of course, on Monday for my voice comparison for Dr. Fate. I gotta say that the Black Adam film definitely made me love Faith a lot more as a character. There's also maybe a bit of a hot take, guys, but I like Dr. Fate more than Doctor Strange, actually.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Because I think he's more complex than Strange, mainly because he has like a different persona thing. When he puts his helmet on, he's got people controlling him, and whereas Strange doesn't, does he?
No.
And if you guys play Injustice 2, he's really amazing in that game, Dr. Fate. That's my favourite portrayal of Dr. Fate of all time, actually, voiced by David Sobolov. Yeah. And Pierce Brosnan, I think, is also my second favourite role of Pierce Brosnan behind James Bond, actually, as well. Because if you guys see him as James Bond, you might probably regard him as your favourite role. Maybe it depends on opinion, really. I like Black Adam. I love Black Adam. Loved every second of Black Adam, the movie.
I think it's definitely one of the most underrated movies of last year.
Well, it's my favourite theatrical movie I saw last year. Theatrical.
Was it the only one, or did you see any others?
Wait, what did you say, Daniel? Saw what? Sorry.
Was Black Adam your only theatrical one?
It was, yeah, but other films I saw that year were theatrically released originally, but I watched them at home after it got on streaming.
So the only time you went to the actual theater last year was Black Adam?
Yeah, because I was busy with other things, when they were coming out, so I waited till they came on streaming.
I think I saw a good amount of movies in theaters last year.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'll try to watch more this year if I can, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. You think Morbius is better than Phase 4? Well, that's saying something. Because I thought
Morbius is not.
Yeah, because I thought Audius was garbage.
Wait, who said that?
Someone in the comments called Crosshair said it.
I'm gonna agree with you right there.
I mean, the only thing I like in Phase 4 is No Way Home, and that's it.
Well, basically the Marvel movies that came out last year, Morbius was literally the only one that was tolerable to me.
Wow, that's definitely saying something, Ozzy, indeed.
Yeah, because at least
fucking ruined Morbius, and that sucks. I was a really big fan of the character.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Morbius movie, in my opinion, was garbage, and it's probably the only. I think it's the only Marvel film I saw from last year because I didn't watch any of the MCU films, of course.
Yeah, and the only reason why I say that's the most horrible one is because Morbius wasn't woke.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's not really saying much because I still hate the movie.
It didn't involve bad writing.
And of course, one thing that I also despised about it was also the last minute changes as well, and also the absolutely ridiculous end credit scene. Means that make absolutely zero sense.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention my score for Woke and Blood has been changing a lot recently.
What do you give it now, Ozzy?
0.
Well, I can't blame you. To be honest, from what I've heard about it, it sounds like an absolute festive garbage.
Yeah, that is the wokest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
And if you were going to ask me, what about She-Hulk and Rings of Wokeness? Well, I haven't seen those, and I never will.
I'm not seeing those either. So far, I think the most woke film that I've seen might probably be Wokebusters 2016. So far, of course.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Yeah, because as you guys know, I refuse to watch She-Hulk and Rings of Power. So yeah, and of course, Woke and Blunder.
So Luke, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, go on, Daniel.
What if I told you, and you're probably going to laugh at me, but what if I were to tell you that somehow, in some way or capacity, I know you're not going to watch the movie, thankfully, but what if I were to tell you that somehow Black Christmas 2019 was somehow more woke than Ghostbusters 2016? That will make you look back at 2016 and think, you know what? maybe I treated you too harshly.
Well, Daniel, I've not seen Black Christmas 2019. I've only seen the original, so I can't comment just yet.
Of course.
So,
Of course, and I know you're never going to see it.
Yeah, I don't plan to anytime soon at all because I've heard nothing but bad news about it from Don.
Sure thing, and from me as well.
Yeah, you've just told me you think it's more woke than Walkbuster 2016.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
thing that Walkbusters 2016 has over Black Christmas is, well, first of all, you actually have the original cast, but secondly, I guess one thing that I could also praise about it is that Chris Hemsworth.
I guess so, yeah. Although, in my opinion, his character was a bit annoying. I think it's his worst role, sadly. And one other redeeming quality I could say about Warbusters, but not saying much, it's probably the gore CGI, and that's probably about it, to be honest.
Yeah, the CGI wasn't like abysmal or anything.
It was alright, in my opinion.
Yeah, the original Ghostbusters, so of course, they made cameos.
Yeah, they did, but I kind of feel we didn't really contribute much, to a film. Although I did find Bill Murray's cameo satisfying because he trashed all the Walkbusters.
Yeah.
Because he said we look like garbage disposal people.
Yeah, and look, that's also my favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, I think it's mine too, Shadow, if I was to pick one. Yeah, Darth Vader, I can't believe they released audios on April Fool's Day. Why would they release it on that day of all days?
Because of obvious reasons, they had lost complete faith in that garbage, and so just released it on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, because it was definitely an absolute joke. That movie it was terrible, in my opinion.
Okay, it's complete torture.
Yeah, when I watched it, I nearly fell asleep several times because it was so boring. And yeah, the CGI, in my opinion, looked like it came from a long time ago, like the 90s or something. It was horrible CGI, in my opinion. It was atrocious.
And of course, Marvel didn't learn from the New Mutants.
Oh yeah, New Mutants was also trash, in my opinion. I hated that movie too. No offense, 'cause I know you like it too, don't you, Daniel?
I do like it.
Yeah, no offense to you, 'cause I know you like it, but I personally did not like it.
Yeah, guys, there's also something that I've been meaning to tell you guys, in case you were wondering.
Yeah, what is it?
So, in case you guys have been paying attention, there's a reason why I haven't been participating in the James Dunn cancel thing over the Henry Cavill thing. There's a reason for it.
Well, is it because you still have some sort of respect for him, Daniel?
Well, I mean,
if you have, it's totally fine. I'm not going to, criticize you for still liking him.
Yeah, and there's also another thing that I need to tell you guys about it. So, I took a business class over at the community college that I'm going to.
Oh, did you?
When the whole James Gunn thing happened, I actually set up a Zoom meeting with my old business professor so we can talk about it, since he's a little bit of a nerd himself. And what he told me is that if you want to blame anybody for the whole canceling the DCU and Henry Cavill, he's actually a little bit surprised that more people are not. Or how I say this. Okay, so my business professor is a little bit surprised that more people are not pointing their fingers at David Zaslav and instead choosing to point their fingers at James Gunn. So
wait,
let me explain.
David Zaslav, who is that guy? David Zaslav.
All right, so let me explain. So David Zaslav is the head of Discovery, the company. And as you guys know, last year, Discovery purchased Warner Brothers and they merged. And David Zaslav is the guy who, like I said, runs Discovery. As soon as he took over Warner Brothers, he made sure that all of the old people who used to work for the Warner Brothers got fired for. He just looked at what they were doing in DC and was like, what the hell are you guys doing? And it was his decision to write off the tax resets, cancel Batgirl and everything and whatnot. And he wanted to hire people to clean up the DC mess and start over from scratch, because from his point of view, the old ownership at WB burned so many actors that at this point they're not going anywhere. And so it was David Zaslav's decision to not only get rid of all of the old people who made Justice League and all that crap, but to also start over from scratch. And so what he wanted to do was he wanted to look for 2 people who were willing to start fresh with a new universe. Like, just release Shazam 2, Aquaman, Flash. We're already going to write off our taxes and just start brand new, because he thought the old leadership for WB was embarrassing for them putting out Justice League and for hiring Amber Turd and Ezra Miller. So he wanted to start over from scratch. But since he is the leader of the new Warner Brothers Discovery thing, he is technically the person who makes all of the decisions. So not only is he the one who hired James Gunn and Peter Safran, but since he's the one who owns, because you got to remember, now that James Gunn and Peter Safran are the leaders of not WB, James Gunn and Peter Safran are now the leaders of DC. They are
DC
not the
Studios.
leaders of, DC Studios, but they're not the leaders of Warner Brothers. David Zaslav is now the leader of the entire company of Warner Brothers. He's the one who greenlights things. He's the one who says no to things. He's the lead guy who basically runs Warner Bros. He was the one who hired James Gunn and Peter Safran, and he was technically, from the business side of things, was the one who had sit down with James Gunn and Peter Safran, was like, guys, we need to cut our losses. I need you guys to not only start off something new, but I also need to trust you guys to how do I say this? So like I said, David Zaslav is the guy who not only hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to run DC, but he's also the guy who told them that they need to let go of the actors. So
he made them take the fall for it, basically.
I mean, yeah, essentially. So if we're looking at just the business side of things, technically David Zaslav is the guy to blame, because he was the one who took over WB and got rid of all the old guys who, burned Ben Affleck and released Justice League and still kept Amber Turd and Ezra Miller. He got rid of all the people who made us angry, but he also wants to start over from scratch and start something new. And he hired James Gunn and Peter Safran to do it. But in order to do so, you have to release all of the actors involved. So I'm pretty sure what happened was he had to sit down with James Gunn and Peter Safran. Was like, hey, I need you guys to have meetings with Henry Cavill, Dwayne Johnson, and a lot of other people, including Jason Momoa. It's like, hey, we appreciate your time here, and we hopefully can bring you back so you can play different people. But the best thing that we need to do right now is to just start over from scratch. So James Gunn and Peter Safran were hired to clean up a mess. They are not at all responsible for the firing of, not even firing. They had to let go of their actors, is the correct term. So technically, David Zaslav ordered James Gunn and Peter Safran to let go of Henry Cavill. This wasn't like a firing situation. There's no between them. It's just, I don't know. My head is about to explode right now. What I'm trying to say is,
okay,
Daniel,
you
want to take a look at it from a business side of things and the corporation and whatnot, David Zaslav is pretty much the guy responsible for booting out Dwayne Johnson, Henry Cavill, and Aquaman, and trusting James Gunn and Peter Safran to lead a new division of DC that I won't watch. But there you go. There's the explanation.
Right, so basically, long story short, Daniel, it's all David's fault, is it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Well, then again, Daniel, I've hated Warner Bros. For quite some time anyway, so yeah, I'm not surprised that, this David guy has made them, let go of these actors, but if they're letting go of the actors, Daniel, why are they still releasing these films, like Shazam and Aquaman 2 and whatever, why are they still releasing them? Why not cancelling those? That's what I don't get.
Because unlike Girl, they've spent millions, and they've already spent $200+ million on Shazam, Aquaman, and Flash. Batgirl was cheap to make, so it was easy to get rid of that. Whereas all of these ones were too expensive, and it would cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax rip-offs. Well, not rip-offs, but if you wanted to cancel those movies, then you were going to take severe financial loss. It's easier to cancel Batgirl because that's going to be a less financial loss. Not as, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much why I just don't even bother trying to say cancel James Gunn, because he was hired to clean up a mess by David Zaslav. He was just hired to do a job. But what his job is to create a new set of DC Universe not to just fire everybody. That was technically a David Zaslav move. So yeah.
Yeah,
there's-
well. Anyway, I don't even want to see like this whole like young Superman thing that's being planned. I want to see a Superman in his prime. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, exactly. And I, for one, am not saying that I'm going to see this new thing that James Gunn and Peter Safran are doing. I
course
think
not.
they're going to do a good job, but I just don't want to see it. Pretty much.
And plus, the one that James Gunn likes to put loads of comedic elements into his films, I don't want to see a Superman that's all goofy and jokey. No, that's not Superman at all.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're not going to do it. Since
Who knows?
Yeah, because I've hated
future guy.
Well, it's really does that nowadays Warner Brothers is my most hated movie company nowadays.
Yeah, I hate Warner Brothers. I know that I mean, one thing I, of course, also hate them for is also how, of course, when it comes to other franchises done as well as DC, DC, I, of course, hate how they completely ruined The Matrix with their film from 2021.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, looks like my computer battery's about to die.
Oh,
so
dear.
It looks like I'm gonna have to go.
Well, it's been nice to have you here, Daniel. And yeah, do you reckon you'll be back soon when it's charged?
Yeah, for
Oh.
sure. And by the way,
Yeah.
just because I explained what has actually been going on in the world, that doesn't mean that I want to change your guys' opinion. I'm not
Okay, good.
change your opinion.
Okay, good. Well, you do what you want, Daniel. Yeah, you do what you want.
So, like, if you still don't like James Gunn at all, totally fair. I'm not going to change that. I just, probably for the better put a new perspective on things as to how this whole ordeal actually happened and why I don't blame James at all for this whole Henry Cavill thing.
You shared information. It's neutral. It's not going to change anyone's opinion. It's just fact.
Exactly.
Sure thing.
And then again, though, if James was, he shouldn't have been going chairman in the first place. Then they shouldn't have had him as chairman anyway, because he probably should have escaped from it and stuck to Marvel.
I mean, James Gunn should have just stayed as a director.
Yeah, he could have just done being a director in his other things. He shouldn't have become a chairman, because look what's happened. Yeah, he's had to get rid of all his actors, hasn't he?
Who knows? Maybe David Zaslav might let go and pick someone else so he can go back to directing.
Well, when it comes to DC, I just don't care anymore.
Yeah,
This kind of makes me rethink about things I said about James Gunn.
All right, looks like I gotta go right now, guys. It was fun having you, and I'll be sure to come back shortly.
All right, take care, Daniel.
Next week. All right, no worries. Take care, guys.
Take care. So yeah, doesn't matter, who is in charge of getting rid of the actors. James Gunn shouldn't have become a chairman. He shouldn't have agreed to, because look what he's had to do.
Yeah, he should have denied being a chairman.
Yeah, it's his fault. It's his own fault for accepting the offer. He shouldn't have done it. It's his fault.
Well, I'm pretty sure he only did it because it pays more, and obviously people are looking for employment.
Everyone only cares about money these days. Why we should just care about the fans instead. It's the fans that matter, not money.
Well, Warner Bros. Is a business, mind you.
The fans is what matters to me.
Above all else, is to make money.
I mean, yeah, it is the fans that make Hollywood money.
I mean, take a look at me when I make my Transformers Hound series. That I do every Friday. I made that series with the fans in mind. I'm a Transformers fan making a Transformers show for Transformers fans. I don't care about money at all. I mean, for one thing, guys, I can't even monetize some of my episodes, due to copyright. And you know what? I don't care about that. I don't try and, make it, monetizable. I just leave it as it is for you.
Yeah, it's a great show, right?
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And if I was asked to be the chairman of DC, I'd say no. Because I don't want to have the pain of letting go of actors. I'd hate to do that. It's just going to break people's hearts, and especially Henry, because he just confirmed he was returning, and look what happened. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I feel bad for poor Henry. He didn't deserve that at all. Yeah. I don't want to see a film about a young Superman at all. We've already seen that before many times with his origin or whatever. So yeah, at this point, I don't care about DC. At this point, I just don't care about DC. I don't know what's old DC nowadays. One of these days, I might go back to watching the animated series of DC. Yeah, because in my opinion, DC's done better on animation sometimes.
Look, DC animation was just like the DC universe as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, I can't hear you guys because you're talking over each other. Who said what? Couldn't hear you.
I said the DC animated universe is just the DC universe as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, take a look about an animated series, for example. That is regarded by fans as some people say it's the greatest show of all time.
Superman the animated series was no slouch either. That just is Superman right there.
I mean, I can't say I blame people for saying that it's their favourite show. I can't say I blame them at all. And as far as I'm concerned, guys, Kevin Conroy, rest in peace, always will be, in my opinion, the greatest Batman of all time.
He was Batman.
Yeah, he was born to be Batman. He always will be Batman.
I'm just going to say a good majority of DC cartoons are on HBO Max for me.
We are lucky, Ozzy. I've got a Superman show on Blu-ray to watch, and I've got some decent animated films to watch too.
Speaking of HBO Max, they now have 3 movies that I was planning to get into this year, and they are John Wick.
Well, that's great, isn't it?
Yeah, so I can finally get into John Wick.
And also, guys, right? And also, guys,
Wait, what?
Wait, saying Shadow.
Just keep in mind, I'll see John Leguizamo is in the first movie.
I'm the second one, sadly.
Well, I'm probably gonna hate his scenes, aren't I?
Probably, yeah. And also, guys, right? When it comes to DCEU, right? They should have just, rebooted the Snyderverse, gave Henry his sequel, and then after all that's done, Snyderverse's film's over, and Henry's got his Man of Steel sequel. They should have just rebooted it after that. Because now when I look back at it, the name of Black Adam end credit scene pointless now. It's going to lead to nowhere.
Yep.
See, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So yeah, I'll still watch James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy films and the Suicide Squad guys, but still, I'm not going to watch anything he does nowadays. He shouldn't become the chairman. Big mistake.
Unnecessary evil, but an evil we're fighting with nonetheless.
And another thing from James Gunn I actually will rewatch will be the Peacemaker season 1.
Yeah, series 1 I'll definitely, still watch. I got it on Blu-ray, but I'm not watching series 2.
Hey, Luke.
Hey, Daniel's back. Nice.
A really quick question for you.
Yeah, of course.
Would you say that if sorry, Nixie. Sorry, it's my dog. So
it's all right.
Whole James Gunn, Peter Safran thing. Would you have said the exact same thing if Todd Phillips became the chairman of the new DC thing?
Todd Phillips? What, you mean the director of, Joker and Hangover?
Yeah, so one of the other people that David Zaslav was considering to run DC was Todd Phillips. And I'm pretty sure...
Well, Daniel, if Todd did exactly the same thing that James Gunn and Peter Safran did, according to what this David guy asked them to do, then yeah, I'd also lose respect for him too.
All right, thank you for answering my questions.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, come on, Max. You got it. Talk to you guys later.
All right, take care, Daniel. Yeah, if anyone destroys a franchise like how those two did under the command of that David guy, they're going to lose my respect automatically. Ruined it.
And when it comes to Black Adam, I'm pretty sure if Fury of the Gods, the post-credit if it has one, will also lead to nowhere.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if the end credit scene of Fury of the Gods might even have Black Adam appearing in it for a cameo, setting up a potential fight scene or something.
Yeah,
Imagine that. It depends on when the film's going to take place from a timeline. It could take place like, you know, maybe after Black Adam movie or before it. I have no idea, so we'll see. I mean, I know that the Black Adam film does take place after, of course, Justice League. I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah. But I will say though, guys, that I would love to keep writing a script for Lego Dimensions 2. And you see, the thing that is right is that you guys may be aware that I would bring in Henry Cavill's Superman into the game as a playable character, right? As part of a team saving the multiverse.
Yeah.
The thing is, that game would give him, you know, development, and it would show, you know, how his journey between the Snyder Cut and the Black Adam movie. Because if you guys compare him in the Snyder Cut to Black Adam's credit scene, you may notice that he looks more similar to the comics into the costume. He also got the S cut and his hairstyle, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, I'd show him, you know, like in the game, getting development and becoming, you know, much more comic accurate, you know, in terms of, you know, faithfulness and whatever. You know, becoming the Superman in his prime, basically. And one example of that is because in the game, guys, he would meet Christopher Reeve's Superman. Can you imagine that? Meeting Christopher Reeve's Superman?
Yeah, that would be two great live-action Superman coming together.
Obviously, of course, Christopher Reeve can't voice him because he unfortunately is long dead. He died in 2004, rest in peace. So, I would ask for permission from Christopher Reeve's family to use an AI voice of him for Superman.
Yeah.
Just like I would also, of course, ask for permission from the families of other actors who've died for their characters in the game too. For example, Heath Ledger. And you know why, don't you?
Yep.
Yes.
The Joker will be in the game too, yeah. But it'd probably be a really massive game though, guys. Not just because of that, but also because Star Wars would also be in it too, of course. Like
Which other Disney properties do you have?
Well, Star Wars
Like,
would be in it. Pretty much every franchise you can think of, Shadow, really, that I'd like to have, really. It's going to be pretty much a game of everything, pretty much, almost.
Speaking of Star Wars, wouldn't it have been better? Speaking of Star Wars, wouldn't it have been better if Dave Filoni took over Star Wars instead of Kathleen Kennedy?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or even Jon Favreau.
Yeah, but of course, unfortunately, that's not going to happen anytime soon, is it?
No, because when Kennedy steps down, someone even worse than her is going to take the job.
And that's why I'm so glad that I stopped watching Star Wars with Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. You're doing the right thing.
Joseph, I know your birthday's coming out. I'll comment on your vlog, wishing happy birthday, yeah, when you turn 28, alright? I'll comment on it. Like I did, you know, last Christmas vlog or whatever. I'll do the same thing for, you know, your birthday vlog, yeah, if you're doing one. Because, yeah, I know that last year you got a new Xbox 360, didn't you, when you turned 27, didn't you, which is pretty cool. So, and also, Ozzy, you'll also be happy to know that the Pirates of the Caribbean will be in the game too.
And would you have Johnny reprise his role as Jack?
Of course, you can't do Jack Sparrow without Johnny.
No one can play Jack Sparrow than Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Johnny's the only Jack Sparrow.
I mean, Shadow, right? You know, if I can't get Johnny in the game, I wouldn't include Jack Sparrow in the game at all. I wouldn't include Jack Sparrow if I can't get Johnny back.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it would not happen unless I have Johnny doing the voice. I mean, I know he plays Jack for charities nowadays, which he always got more respect. So I'm sure he'd love to voice him for a Lego game, right?
Yeah,
they literally got him back to do all the grunts in the Lego game.
Yeah, I can't believe they got him back to do that, Ozzy. I mean, like, how did they do that?
I mean, I'm sure. I'm actually certain that I'm starting to think that Jack Sparrow might should be Johnny Depp's favorite character he's ever played.
Maybe it is, yeah. My first Spider-Man cartoon. That's a tough one because there's great ones that I love. I mean, one that comes to mind for me is like the 994 animated series and also Spectacular Spider-Man. I personally, however, don't like Ultimate Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2017 though.
Ultimate Spider-Man 2017 are terrible, but I think Spider-Man 2017 is way worse.
Yeah, I've heard nothing bad news about it. Ozzy, I've seen clips of when I'm getting clips of voice comparison. It looks awful.
It's all episodes from that show, and I absolutely despise it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't see any whole episode because, you know, like, why should I? I do also sort of like Spider-Man Unlimited too, that show. Unlimited from early 2000s with Reno Romano as Spider-Man.
Yeah, you got someone that played both Batman and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's played both of them indeed, yeah. You may, of course, know him for being voice of Darth Revan as well, Ozzy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I was gonna say, like, there's another Spider-Man show that I don't like, but I'd rather watch that show over the Disney ones, and that's the Spider-Man, the new animated series.
Oh yeah, isn't that the Raimi one?
I think so. I tried watching episode 1, and I just did not want to continue.
What happened in the first episode, Ozzy? Tell me.
Well, first off, if I can recall, Peter's now in college in this one in the timeline. And what I don't like is how they portrayed Max.
Oh, God.
Max Dillon, you know, Electro.
Oh, no, that doesn't sound good. So far, I mean, the only thing I like about that show, Ozzy, is we got Mark or Clark Duncan back as Kingpin.
Yeah, that's literally the only thing I liked about it. But other than that, I'm just not a fan of it.
Well, I don't plan to watch it anytime soon based on what you've told me.
Also, the design for Electro is awful.
Oh, dear.
I'm just going to get out of the way. It's the ultimate design.
The blue one?
Yep.
Oh, God. Well, personally, I'm fine with a green suit and the yellow helmet.
Yep, and they literally actually have him kill a student from the college campus.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
Which literally goes too far.
Yeah, that's a bit dark for what's supposed to be animated series of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, plus I'm not even a fan of the animation, but then again, TV show budget, that's to be expected.
Or there is some animated shows from older which are better, like Batman, for example.
Yep. Well, it's a 3D animated show.
3D? Oh, God. It must be bad, then. Best and worst DreamWorks film to me? Well, my favourite is Kung Fu Panda 2, and the worst one to me is Shark Tale. I hate Shark Tale. I absolutely despise Shark Tale, but Kung Fu Panda 2 always will be my favourite DreamWorks movie of all time. And it's probably my second favourite animated sequel of all time behind Toy Story 3 as well. But yeah, Shark Tale, in my opinion, is pure trash. Alright, take care, Joseph. Have a good night. Yeah, you don't worry about what you said, Joseph, yeah. Have a good night. Got 3 minutes left to stream anyway, guys. It's almost over. It's been one heck of a stream, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes to, you know, like
hours ago.
Is it getting dark now, Ozzy?
Yep, it's now getting dark.
So yeah, like if someone was to ask me if I'd like to be the chairman of DC, I would decline instantly. I'd be like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I would say no too.
I've got better things to do than be a chairman of DC.
Be the chairman of anything.
Yeah, because you never know what you're going to be told to do.
Yeah, because I do not want to be responsible for ruining a great franchise.
Yeah, and look what James Gunn and Peter Safran chose to do. Then again, I also, of course, hate Peter Safran anyway because he spots Amber Turd.
Yeah.
Okay, I automatically lost respect for him.
And
I already did, but...
And Shadow, didn't James Dunshaw sign a support for her as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, yeah, even more respect lost for him now. Screw him.
And of course, he lets Ezra Miller stay.
Yeah, like they get rid of Henry Cavill, who's loved by fans, but they keep Amber Turd and evil Ezra, who are hated by fans. Ridiculous.
And who have done awful things.
Yeah.
Awful, like so awful, in fact, that they would be blacklisted if we were in a normal world.
Yeah, exactly. Ridiculous.
No, blacklist the people we actually love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes absolutely no sense, does it? At all.
They have committed lots of crimes.
Yes, they have.
And
lots of them.
And they still get jobs somehow.
Yeah, horrible, isn't it? Absolutely horrible.
I will say this: if I ended up being a chairman for a company, I would only let go the people that the actors that fans don't like, including Amber Heard.
Yeah, I'd get rid of her and Evil Ezra. Absolutely. Like, I mean, I'd get rid of Ezra full stop because he's a criminal. He's committed crimes.
Yeah, and even if I was like the CEO of YouTube, I would get rid of YouTubers that are despised by people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Nikocado Avocado.
Definitely Nikocado Avocado.
How about Logan Paul, Ozzy?
Yes, the Paul brothers.
Yeah.
I would get rid of both of them.
And anyway, guys, so that is 3 hours of stream. So that was definitely one heck of a stream indeed. Yeah, it was fun talking to you all, and yeah, wow, it's been fun, hasn't it? So yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys, and stay tuned for episode 105 next week. Wow, 105, goodness me. So you know, drill, guys. Be sure to give this video a like. Also, be sure to let us know in the comments what you guys thought of tonight's stream if you saw it. And also, please go subscribe to the special guests who appeared on their links in the description below, so you can go subscribe to them. Also, be sure to join Team Power by pressing subscribe in the future. If you would like to be a member, you can join these lads or you can go to the description, and we will see you all later. All right, take care, guys. See ya.